on 92.5 Fox News. Right all along.
Hey, I love it here in Southwest Florida. This is my second home, and I know why you live here. You've been able to accumulate enough wealth to retire here. But you know what? Many retirement portfolios are exposed to way too much risk. Alfie Townsend and Advantage Retirement Group can help. So give your portfolio the second set of eyes that it needs. Call Alfie at 561-1155. And don't forget, listen for his program, Saving the Investor, at Saturday mornings at 9 right here on 92.5 Fox News Radio.
92.5 WFSX Estero. It's 6 o'clock on Southwest Florida's news and talk station, 92.5 Fox News.
This Wink News update is presented by Johnston Spinal Care, the leader in spinal decompression. Find them online at 596back.com.
Now, this is a Wink News update.
I'm Therese O'Shea with Wink News. The Robert E. Lee bust is gone from downtown Fort Myers. City Council voted to put it either in a museum or keep it down altogether. City leaders will now meet with a museum to work on an agreement. A Lehigh Acres man is accused of helping ISIS. The FBI says 23-year-old Jonathan Guerrero Blanco made videos for ISIS. They say some footage in his videos included the Biltmore Hotel in Miami and buildings on the Las Vegas Strip. Dozens of families in Cape Coral are still under a boil water advisory after spending hours without water. We told you this on Friday. 2 big water main breaks shut off the water. We saw water shooting up from the ground along Aviation Parkway near Santa Barbara Boulevard. Crews were able to fix the breaks, but you should still boil your water to be safe. I'm Therese O'Shea, Wink News Now.
Wink News traffic.
Good Tuesday morning, already pretty busy on the roadways. There's a disabled vehicle at Treeline Avenue and Colonial Boulevard. No major backups for right now, but we know this is a very busy intersection. Also, a crash reported at Buckingham Road and Atherton Avenue. This is between Gunnery Road and Alvin Avenue. Traffic's not slow as of right now, however, just a little tap on your brakes heading through that intersection. There is traffic starting to slow down on 82. That's heading west of Sunshine, of course, as well as a slight slowdown on Westgate heading south of Lee Boulevard. The Trip to the Minute traffic, I'm Sabrina Katz. Wink News Now.
Wink Weather Authority.
What a way to welcome the first day of fall, at least South of Florida style. We'll take it. Slightly cooler, slightly drier, especially during the mornings today and tomorrow, with upper 60s and lower 70s, mid to upper 80s by the afternoons. Rain chances kept low. Can't rule out a stray shower, but most of us are dry. Mixture of sunshine and clouds, breezy in the short term, then better rain chances, greater humidity. That's back in the forecast by late this week and all the way into the weekend. Scattered showers and storms with temps in the upper 80s to near 90. With Wink News, I'm meteorologist Matt Devitt, Weather Authority.
Wink News at the top and bottom of the hour.
Tougher than plastic, harder than wood. Nothing beats the power of steel. True Steel. Weekday mornings at 6 on 92.5 Fox News.
And now a word from Dr. Johnston at 596-BACK.
Across the country, there has been a major increase in the number of back and neck pain cases. Most researchers attribute it to a decrease in the amount of activity people have been getting. This leads to pinched or compressed spinal nerves. These same nerves go down into people's legs and arms. I've especially noticed this among those with stenosis, arthritis, or bulging herniated discs. This pain, weakness, or numbness should not be ignored. Action needs to be taken. If you suffer from one of these conditions, or even scoliosis or neuropathy, it's important to get your condition correctly diagnosed and treated. At Johnston Spinal Care, we treat these conditions non-surgically, without needles or medications, using spinal decompression, completely safe and painless. Call today for a no-charge telephone consultation or MRI review. Johnston Spinal Care. We're here for you. Call 596-BACK, 596-BACK. That's 596-2225.
Get the best sleep of your life. Helix makes personalized mattresses to fit your unique body type and sleep preferences. Go to helixsleep.com and get up to $200 off mattress orders.
For over 20 years, the Good Feet store has been helping people with foot pain get back to doing what they love without their feet getting in the way. Call 552-FEET or visit us at the Good Feet store in Naples or our newest location in Fort Myers.
Hi, this is Kirk Cameron from My Faith Votes. This fall, Americans are faced with what may be the most important election in decades, maybe ever. If we as Christians stay home and don't vote this November, our children's future is at terrible risk. The consequences will be to unfairly shift this country's massive burdens to our children and grandchildren. Each of us can do something to make a difference. We can vote. Make the pledge to vote. Visit myfaithvotes.org today. That's myfaithvotes.org.
Paid for by My Faith Votes.
At Fisher Investments, we do things differently, and other money managers don't understand why.
Because our way works great for us.
But it may not work for your clients. That's why Fisher Investments is a fiduciary, obligated to put clients first. It's the highest standard for a financial advisor.
So, what do you provide? Cookie-cutter portfolios like the rest of us?
No cookie-cutter portfolios here. Fisher Investments tailors portfolios to meet each client's goals and needs.
But you do sell investments that earn you high commissions, right? And make commissions when you make trades for your clients?
No, Fisher Investments doesn't sell any commission investment products, and we never earn commissions on trades.
So what's in it for you?
Fisher Investments fees are structured so we do better when our clients do better. When it comes to helping
Southwest Florida is talking about. It's Daybreak. Now, here's the guy at the epicenter of what's important to those of us in West Florida, Drew Steele.
Hey, good morning, Southwest Florida. Glad you're here. 239-479-5592. That is the talk and text line. We stream live each and every day on the YouTubes at Drew Steele Radio, Steele with 3 E's. Please subscribe to the channel. Just trying to see where Jakey Jake is on my camera, and he's looking. He's looking. I don't know how he's looking. He's pointing. He's looking. He's pointing. My system is a little. There you go. I just got to fix you up there. All right. A lot going on this morning, Jake. As I'm looking at you, and I'm looking at you, Southwest Florida. What did I say, Jake? What did I say was going to happen with Robert E. Lee bust? What did I say is going to ultimately end up happening? What?
It was be gone.
It was going to be gone, or it was not coming back, or something was going to happen where we were going to have a situation where certain individuals were going to win and certain individuals were going to lose, and there we are. And the news press has the story: the city of Fort Myers votes to send Robert E. Lee bust to a museum. To a museum. What museum? Where is there? What museum are we sending the bus to? So the Robert E. Lee. Look, a couple of things to realize. Number one, did you think the bust was going to come back? When you have a cancel culture, the reason why we talked about Trump County for the longest time, the reason why we went through the logo, the reason why coming up next legislative session where we're going to have to make that push once again to really talk about this because you think it ends with the bust? How does it end with the bust, everybody? How does it end there? What am I missing? Maybe I'm completely off base and you would like to talk to me right now. 239-479-5592. Please feel free to call or text. I'd love to hear from you first thing this morning as I wake up to see this. By the way, Jake, the call screen is a different screen. After years of contention? What, like one? How many years of contention have we been talking? Well, yeah, a few years, that's true. I mean, don't make it sound like it's been decades, but after years of contention, the bust of Robert E. Lee will not return to its pedestal in downtown Fort Myers. The city council voted in favor of keeping it down for now while finding a spot for it in a history museum. Oh, all right. Well, we'll put it someplace far away until we get, to the next issue, which is the counties named after Robert E. Lee. There's a painting inside down where the commission meets. We've got paintings. We've got names of counties. It's on your driver's license. What else are you going to do? You're carrying around in your wallet. I mean, am I missing something here? I'm just asking, am I missing something? The statue was removed in May, about a week after the death of George Floyd during a police confrontation in Minneapolis. Communities protesting police brutality rallied against Confederate monuments across the nation and their prominence in some counties. No, actually what they did was they tore those monuments down. They were ripping the monuments, and I'm pretty sure, if the last I checked, the Sons of the Confederacy who have the bust, who own the bust, were the ones who I think took it down because they were concerned about its safety because it had been pushed off the pedestal previously. So they were concerned about the safety of the bust itself. You know, vandalism. You know, the things that we used to look at and say, hey, that's illegal. There are laws against what you're doing. Remember those times? I'm not going to say that I'm surprised. And even the governor had a presser yesterday where he is now going to move forward with what the left is calling something very provocative, the Combating Violence, Disorder, and Looting in Law Enforcement Protection Act. This is something that's going to be front and center for the next legislative session, as the governor has put it. And we're going to play some of the audio from the presser of what the governor had to say about this. And the governor pretty much said, listen, here's the scoop. We're going to get ahead of this. We're going to have legislation in place saying, if you do things like loot and riot, destroy monuments, tear monuments down, things that are illegal because you think it's a protest and you destroy private property, does not mean it's okay. It's not legal. Every single one of you that decides to do it is breaking the law. I'm just asking, forgive me for the clap back. That's just, I really wasn't clap backing. I'm just clapping because I'm trying to move my hands to calm myself down. I am so happy that the governor was talking about this. We'll get into the details. I'm not happy about the fact that the Robert E. Lee bust is not going back up, but, there are some options. I want to read to you in the news press what the options are of where the Robert E. Lee bust could end up. And you tell me which one of these will actually happen. In the political climate that we're in right now. Trump County. Keep it in mind, because it's not going away. No, we're going to call it Colusa. Let's call it Colusa County instead. Yeah. Have you looked up the Colusa Indians lately? Have you gone back in time to see as Bill O'Reilly was on the program with us last week, talked about, he's done some research along with others. They weren't exactly friendly to each other, to other tribes. But we don't want to, because listen, if you want to go there, we can go anywhere you want to go with how they treated each other and some of the things that they did in warring tribes. And if you want to get deep into the history, and we can all go there with everybody and everything. Now, having said that, let me give you one fundamental thing that has gotten me crazy. And then let's get to the news press article about the fact that the Robert E. Lee bust is not coming back. Not the way it was before, everybody. Okay, fundamentally, I can't emphasize this enough. Follow my logic here and help me understand what I'm missing if I'm missing something. 239-479-5592. Every time someone goes out in Portland, Seattle, New York City, pick a place, pick a city, pick a town, pick a jurisdiction, pick a municipality, it doesn't make a difference where it is on the globe. If you destroy property, you are breaking the law. It's fundamental. And somehow we miss this. In the, I don't know, the contortions and the twisting and the turning of, well, it's a peaceful No, it's not a peaceful protest. If you pick up a rock and throw it at a window, you've broken a law. What? Vandalism, last time I checked, I don't know, maybe I have to ask Jake. Jake knows a little. Well, not that Jake knows a lot about vandalism. I'm not suggesting that. But last time I checked, Jake, if you vandalize something, are you allowed to do that? Am I missing something? Or is it breaking the law?
I'm pretty sure it's illegal.
It's illegal! It's illegal. So why do we have people like Florida Politics, this, a liberal media outlet? Governor Ron DeSantis took the Tucker Carlson show on Monday to dismiss critics of his provocative Combating Violence, Disorder, and Looting and Law Enforcement Protection Act. It's provocative now, everybody, to suggest that if you go out and your peaceful protest becomes a violent protest and you break laws, not First Amendment, peaceful assembly, not protesting peacefully, no. What everybody knows you're doing or getting ready to do or have done, once you physically put that rock through the window, once you physically pull down that monument, once you set something on fire, you have broken the law. And so the governor is saying, yeah, guess what? We're not going to defund police. We're going to make sure not only that police are funded, but we're also going to make sure that if you break the law, and if you're planning on doing this during what we start out as a peaceful protest, you shouldn't. Because we've got laws in place that are pretty strict. Because we don't want you doing it in our state, in our city, in our town. Good for the governor. We'll play that audio, what he said coming up. But the second part is this. City of Fort Myers votes to send Robert E. Lee bus to a museum. You think that puts this to rest? You think that those that are upset about it being there to begin with are satisfied? Like, is that it? That's all? So we just want to move this. And after that, all of this will go away, everybody. We'll never bring this up again. Do you honestly, who on the left plays that way? Nobody. They don't. There is no satisfactory answer. That's not it. The satisfactory answer is till we say so. How do you take away the bust of Robert E. Lee and put it in a museum without putting the name of Lee County in a museum as well? How do you do that? How do you take away one monument, statue, bust of Robert E. Lee and not remove everything from anywhere? On every property. Well, wait a minute, Drew. We're talking about city-owned property. That's the difference. It's the city of Fort Myers. It's city-owned property. They're the ones that made the decision. It's on their land. So, hold on. You think that's how this works? You think that because the city voted on it, that those that don't want to see it, hear it, know it, don't want a picture of it, don't want a bust of it, don't want anything to do with it, want it out, want to change history, just our history, and just, wipe it clean, like with a cloth, that they're satisfied with this? Like, that's how this works? Oh, you of naivete. So they're saying, look, we got some other places we can take this. City attorney just talked about, hey, look. Oh, no, it was city manager. Saeed Kazemi is saying, we got 6 options. We got options, everybody. We got options. Put it in a museum. Move it to the old Lee County Courthouse where county commissioners meet. You think that's going to happen? Not bring it back. Another option was for the city to buy an acre of land outside of the city to place the bus there. You think the city is going to spend the time to buy an acre of land to put a bus there that will probably be vandalized at any given moment because those that don't want it up to begin with are willing to do those kind of things to make sure it doesn't stay up? It was pushed over once before. Move it to Centennial Park next to the statue of a Union soldier known as Clayton. Clayton represented the U.S. colored troops which fought in the southernmost battle of the Civil War, according to the website artsouthwestflorida.com. Move it to the Uncommon Friends Fountain, which features Thomas Edison, Henry Ford, and Harvey Firestone. Anybody want to do some research on Thomas Edison, Henry Ford, Harvey Firestone? Anybody want to research? Go back in their history and see whether or not we should have statues of those individuals? You don't want me to go there. We don't want to go there, do we? No. I'm suggesting that if you want to go there, there are all kinds of places you can go. If you want to research and go back in time and say, we can't have a statue of this individual or this name or this person because fill in the blank, I can fill in lots of blanks. The question becomes, who gets to make the decision? Is it the voice of a few that get to say to you, look, if you don't take it down, we're going to destroy it, we're going to loot it, we're going to riot, we're going to do all of these things if you don't do what... Really, so what you're saying is you're going to get what you want whether you are law-abiding or not? Is that the suggestion? I'm not saying that anybody has said that at all, but I'm trying to understand why we all don't get a voice and a say in this. Well, it's a city property, Drew, again, for the last time. This is sitting on the city of Fort Myers property, and the city of Fort Myers has made the decision. Look, elections have consequences. The individuals that were elected were the ones that made this decision. Fair enough. Fair enough. I just want to know, do any individuals there in the city, the ones that voted for these individuals, do they have a say as to where this could end up? Nope. No, it goes back to elections have consequences. It goes back to these are the individuals that made the decision. You voted for them. This is what they want. So just trying to figure it all out, and maybe you can help me. 239-479-5592. Or maybe this isn't even a big deal. Like, don't even worry about this. It's small potatoes compared to the big potatoes we have. And mind you, I would agree with that in a certain way. That there are bigger fish to fry in this pan than this. 40 some odd days away, we got 6 weeks away, we have the biggest election of our lifetime. We've got a Supreme Court judge that is going to be voted on. We have anarchy and chaos on the other side. We already have mail-in voter fraud protection taking place. I'm not talking about protection from the idea that we might have it. I'm talking about the left that's trying to protect the notion that we could do it, like places, for example, Pennsylvania, and what they've done. What have they done, Drew? Well, I'll have that story coming up as well. But maybe for those that say, only worry about it if you live in the city of Fort Myers. So the people that don't live in the city of Fort Myers are like, what's the big deal? I don't know. You like your casual dining experience on Fifth Avenue South? Uninterrupted? Have you seen what's happening in places like D.C. and other areas, and how those that want to disrupt do it? You should check out some of the headlines out there recently and what they're doing and the new way to get what you want. I'm just telling you that when you look and say, oh, that's not my town, it's coming to your town. It's coming to your town. And I just hope that we all understand that I would like to see this play out differently. And I hope it doesn't come to a town near you. Or maybe I'm crazy. 239-479-5592. Hey, when we come back, we'll have the audio of Governor DeSantis and what I think is a great legislative proposal here as we move into the new legislative session coming up in February, March. Combating Violence, Disorder, or Looting, and Law Enforcement Protection Act. We'll talk about that. We'll get to your calls too, 239-479-5592. Streaming live on YouTube anytime you want to watch at Drew Steele Radio. And do not forget as well that coming up at 6:50, we'll play Drew's College of Political Knowledge for questions on politics. The more you get right, the higher the degree. We'll see if you earn a PhD. Have a little bit of fun on Daybreak 92.5 Fox News. Right all along. Here's traffic with Sabrina Katz.
A crash in Collier County at Daviess Boulevard in Santa Barbara is slowing traffic north and south on Santa Barbara heading towards this intersection. There's also a crash at Buckingham Road in Atherton. between Gunnery and Alvin Avenue. No major backups right now, just a little tap on your brakes. Starting to see that slow traffic, though, on Alvin heading south of Buckingham Road. If you're in Fort Myers, we are up to speed on the Daniels extension, heading all the way to I-75, and we still look great on Colonial Boulevard as well, heading towards the interstate. That Trip to the Minute traffic, I'm Sabrina Katz. Wink News now.
Wink News at the top and bottom of the hour.
This Fox News Business Report is presented by Big Island Builders, whose reputation for quality homes at a fair price is unsurpassed in Naples.
I'm Maria Bartiromo, and this is the Fox Business Report.
Concerns over a new COVID surge in Europe, as well as reports that big banks did money laundering, helped drag down stocks Monday. The Dow closed off by about 509 points, the S&P off by 38, the Nasdaq down by 14. 7-Eleven wants to hire 20,000 new workers.
The company says the new hires will help it to handle its surge in mobile orders through its 7 Now delivery app. In addition to its iconic Slurpees, CEO Joe DePinto says 7-Eleven has been offering delivery of essentials, milk, bread, and meals, and beer and wine in participating markets. Jenny Cosola, Fox News.
Gucci has unveiled jeans for men staying green around the knees, so it looks like the wearer just rolled in freshly cut grass. The cost, $770. That's your Fox Business Report. I'm Jill Nato, invested in you.
Today, everyone is expecting you to maintain a new level of clean, from customers and employees to students and staff. Cintas has the essential products and services to help you carry out cleaning protocols effectively. We'll keep you well-stocked with cleaning supplies, professionally laundered uniforms, and other essentials like face masks, hand sanitizer, and thermometers. Give everyone the confidence they need to keep coming back. Visit Cintas.com and get ready for the workday.
92.5 Fox News.
We are going to make America great again.
Right, all along.
The Diamond District has the largest selection of GIA-certified diamonds at the most competitive prices in the world. Jason and Todd have partnered with Daviess in Canada and Africa, and they've traveled to Israel, Antwerp, and India to select the most beautiful diamonds. Visit the Diamond District today for your best diamond buying experience.
Sometimes in business, the unexpected comes calling. But even in, I'm going to say it, unprecedented times, don't bounce back. Bounce forward with Comcast Business. Bounce forward fast with internet speeds up to a gig, with the flexibility to update your bandwidth in just a few clicks, and with security solutions that help keep your connected devices protected. Be fast, be flexible, be ready for what's next, and bounce forward. Help your business to bounce forward with this amazing offer. Get a powerful and reliable internet and voice solution from Comcast Business, starting at $35 each a month for 24 months for 2 years when you buy both. Call 1-800-501-6000 or go to ComcastBusiness.com today to find out more. Offer ends 10/21/2020. Restrictions apply. Limited to new Comcast Business 35 megabits per second internet and one voice mobility customers. Early termination fee applies. Enrollment in EcoBill and autopay required. Equipment installation taxes and fees extra. Subject to change.
Hey, it's Drew Steele, and we told you this hurricane season was going to be busy. Now is the time to get with my friends at Generator Supercenter, the #1 Generac automatic standby generator dealer in the nation. Listen, I've had my Generac generator for years, and maintaining power in tropical weather is priceless. Get a free estimate on your Generac automatic standby generator today. Expert installation and 24-hour monitoring. Generator Supercenter will never leave you in the dark. Call them 204-3469. That's 204-3469 for Generator Supercenter.
Jeep Adventure Days going on now at Galliana Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram. Lowest prices ever on over 1/2 mile south of Daniels Parkway on US 41 in Fort Myers. Open every day, including Sunday. Call 239-481-2600. GallianaCars.com. 42 monthly, 10,000 miles per year, $32.94 due at signing plus tax title, 0 security deposit, $13.88 per month per thousand for 72 months, 0% APR with 0 down. Lender approval offers don't combine.
Trust means that you are reliable and honest every single day.
Trust Chris Safadi.
I want to make sure that every individual person can rely on us.
Trust Lois Tomei.
I love this community. It's something I take so much responsibility for.
Trust Jim Farrell.
My responsibility to the viewer is to be me, and I'm not going to lie to you. I'm not going to hype anything. Wink News has been trustworthy since 1954. It's earned day by day.
Weeknights on Wink News at 6.
on the next Drew Barrymore show. Ladies and gentlemen, Gwyneth Paltrow is coming here. There's so much you're doing with your life. It's unbelievable. And, oh, love. For Drew's Love Bug, how to make a quarantine romance work. You're texting like a couple of teenagers.
Oh my goodness, people are starting to notice.
All new Drew.
Drew Barrymore, today at 3 on Wink. Now, this is a Wink News update.
I'm Therese O'Shea with Wink News. A group of parents suing the Lee County School District. They want to stop the mask mandate. They claim the mandate leaves parents with little choice, saying they either have to subject their children to the policy or homeschool them. They claim the policy interferes with the parents' right to choose for medical decisions. We reached out to the Lee County School District for comment, but have not heard back. The governor wants to hold people involved in violent protests accountable. He introduced a bill Monday to create mandatory minimum sentences. Anyone arrested and convicted wouldn't get state benefits or be allowed to run for office. The legislation also targets people who travel from other states to hijack peaceful protests to commit acts of violence, and it takes state funding away from cities that defund their police. Sanibel is taking another step to protect our environment. City's handing out 3,200 biodegradable bags for you to put your yard waste in. It's part of the city's plan to get rid of plastic bags. You can pick them up from the city's public works offices. I'm Therese O'Shea, Wink News now.
Wink News traffic.
A crash in Collier County at Daviess Boulevard in Santa Barbara is slowing traffic north and south on Santa Barbara heading towards this intersection. There's also a crash at Buckingham Road in Atherton between Gunnery and Alvin Avenue. No major backups right now, just a little tap on your brakes. Starting to see that slow traffic, though, on Alvin heading south of Buckingham Road. If you're in Fort Myers, we are up to speed on the Daniels extension, heading all the way to I-75, and we still look great on Colonial Boulevard as well, heading towards the interstate. That's your up to the minute traffic. I'm Sabrina Katz. Wink News now.
Wink Weather Authority.
What a way to welcome the first day of fall, at least south of Florida style. We'll take it. Slightly cooler, slightly drier, especially during the mornings today and tomorrow, with upper 60s and lower 70s, mid to upper 80s by the afternoons. Rain chances kept low. Can't rule out a stray shower, but most of us are dry. A mixture of sunshine and clouds, breezy in the short term, then better rain chances, greater humidity. That's back in the forecast by late this week and all the way into the weekend. Scattered showers and storms with temps in the upper 80s to near 90. With Wink News, I'm meteorologist Matt Devitt, Weather Authority.
Wink News at the top and bottom of the hour.
More delightful than driving a convertible Bentley while wearing mink underpants. 92.5 Fox News. Right all along.
It's Fred Kobe with your Kobe Cooling tip of the day. There's only one Kobe Cooling in the whole world. We're the original Kobe Cooling. The only Kobe Cooling. That's KOBIE KOOLING at 239-482-1542. If you want real NATE certified mechanics with real training and real credentials, Kobe Cooling is your only choice. 100% NATE certified mechanics at your home to give you the best possible trained expert to handle your AC need. It doesn't make us perfect, but it does give you, our customers, the best available mechanic in this business. If you're not using a NATE certified mechanic at your home, you're missing out on the best. When you think of air conditioning companies, we hope you'll think of Kobe Cooling. No nonsense and no pressure. We're the company your neighbors use. License CACO 57313. Kobe, the most trusted name in the business since 1949 and always NATE certified.
Hi, my name is Jay, president of Big Island Builders. You know, I come from a long line of builders. In fact, I can still remember my first day on the job, working for my dad. I thought because I was the boss's son that I would start out in the construction trailer, looking over plans all day. Well, to my surprise, he handed me a shovel and he said, start digging. And that's exactly what I did. He made me learn every aspect of the building process by doing it. So if that's the kind of builder that you're looking for, look no further than Big Island Builders. BigIslandBuilders.com. Hi, my name is Jay, president of Big Island Builders. We live in a day and age where it seems like no one wants to take responsibility for their actions, especially in the construction industry. If an issue comes up in the building process, it always seems to be someone else's fault. Well, you won't hear that from us. We build a top quality custom home, and we do it for a fair price. 239 262-6867.
You may not know it, but male performance during intimate moments requires proper blood flow, which only gets worse with age. The result? All men experience some level of performance issues over time, from decreased firmness all the way to chronic ED. At Metro Men's Health, our goal is to provide you with the most effective treatment for performance issues. Years ago, we used to use the same technology as other clinics, but didn't settle for one-size-fits-all treatments or outdated wave technology. Should you? We've developed new patent-pending technology called Linear Piezo Energy Protocol, allowing us to create treatment plans specifically to you. We've helped thousands of men achieve consistent, longer-lasting results, and those results can be yours, too. Your condition will only get worse with time. Don't wait. Call Metro Men's Health to schedule your evaluation at 239-599-9900, 239-599-9900, or visit us at metromenshealth.com.
I'm Harvey Massey. At Massey Services, we know every lawn is unique and requires customized care. That's why our environmental approach includes aeration, which allows water and nutrients to reach the roots of your lawn, as well as an irrigation program which ensures proper coverage and reduces water waste. With Massey's Green Up program, you'll enjoy a healthy and a beautiful lawn year-round. That's Massey Services. Expect more and get it.
You should be driving a Kia from Galliana. Galliana Kia.
Why? Why pay more for a used car or truck? Model year-end sales event at Galliana Kia in Fort Myers. 2020 Kia Forte LXS lease, just $49 per month. That's right, a new car for just $49 per month. 2020 Kia Rio, just $13,990. Yes, $13,990. Worried about your credit? Don't sweat it. Galliana Kia has lenders to get almost anyone approved. Plus, we'll take any trade, in any condition, even if you're upside down. Why? Why buy an overpriced used car when you can buy a new car for less? Brand new Kias, just $49 per month.
You should be driving a Kia from Galliana. Galliana Kia.
Model year in sales event going on now at Galliana Kia, 1/2 mile south of Daniels Parkway on US 41 in Fort Myers. Open every day, including Sunday. Call 239-481-2600. GallianaCars.com. 24-month lease, 12,000 miles per year, $39.99 due at sign plus tax, tag title, dealer and acquisition fee, 0 security deposit with lender approval, expires month end.
This is 92.5 Fox News. Now, back to Daybreak with Drew Steele.
Fall has arrived at Starbucks. Join us for the new Taste of Autumn specialty coffee.
That sounds good.
Black coffee with pieces of real leaves floating around for texture and aroma.
That doesn't sound too good.
But they're real leaves from New England.
Still, no.
How about we add pumpkin spice donut holes, pumpkin whipped cream, and drizzle it with light and dark caramel?
It's true. Oh yeah, that sounds real good.
And let's just skip the coffee and put hot cocoa in first.
Oh yeah, but what about the leaves?
We can just put a picture of them on the cup.
Sold. I'm on my way to the drive-thru.
Starbucks, where fall has arrived.
Oh, that is so true. Why not just choose some black coffee with some leaves from New England? It's like, I'm running to Starbucks. I'm going to get it. Oh, we'll make it better by putting pumpkin spice in there. We'll fix it all up for you. All right. 239-479-5592 is the phone number. Streaming live on YouTube anytime you want to watch at Drew Steele Radio, Steele with 3 E's. Please subscribe to the channel while you're there. We do appreciate it. And in about 10 more minutes, it's Drew's College of Political Knowledge for questions on politics. The more you get right, the higher the degree. We'll see if you earn a PhD. Is this right? Is there a Jake? Why is there a Joe Biden for president ad in my show?
I didn't put it there.
No, seriously. Why is there a Biden for president ad on my program?
I didn't do it. I swear I didn't do it. I don't.
No, I know you.
Because I saw it too.
I'm not playing a Biden for president ad on my show, so just take it out.
Take it out?
Take it out.
Okay.
Why would that? I'm
sure they won't mind one less commercial.
Yeah, I'm not doing it. Sorry. All right. Let's see. Okay. I wanted to talk about this. Ron DeSantis yesterday at a press conference.
I'm proud today to be able to announce what will be a focal point of the next legislative session, a legislative proposal which we're calling the Combating Violence, Disorder, and Looting and Law Enforcement Protection Act that will probably be the boldest and most comprehensive piece of legislation to address these issues anywhere in the country.
Unconstitutional. It's unconstitutional, it's authoritarian, serves as a distraction from the serious issues Florida's facing. It'll only move us backwards in the pursuit of social justice. That's Nikki Fried, by the way. Nikki Fried, who's probably going to be running for governor in 2022. I think you should be ready for it. So it's great to know that there was the ability, at least of one seat in the 2018 election in the state of Florida to be stolen. That Democrats would win one seat. Nikki Fried, the agriculture commissioner. Sorry. What's her favorite agricultural product?
Marijuana.
Anyway, the point is, as you can imagine, Democrats are they are beside themselves. The governor's attaching himself to Donald Trump's propaganda and manufacturing a non-existent law and order crisis in Florida, said Democrat leader of the Senate, Audrey Gibson. It's political fear-mongering to bolster a president's re-election bid. And I could go on and on with the nonsense of how it's a First Amendment violation. Okay, do you not know? Of course you do. Do you not know? Yes, they do. Do you not know the difference between a peaceful protest and a riot? Yes, you do. Every single one of you Democrats knows the difference. But you want to make it seem like every one of them is a peaceful protest, only to be disrupted by, I don't know who these people are that come along that seem to want to loot and riot. Remember, these are things that are illegal. They're illegal. But for some reason, Democrats have no problem with them coming along and doing all these illegal activities. And, hey, we're not going to arrest anybody until there's a little pressure from outside of these Democrat cities. Places like Portland and the like, where all of a sudden they say, oh, look at this. There's a couple of arrests happening now because the citizens in the city aren't exactly fond of the idea of the kind of looting and rioting that goes on during these peaceful protests. Or is it just because there was pressure from the outside, the president, DOJ, and people looking in and saying, hey, hold on a second. You do realize that if you're not going to keep law and order in your city, somebody's going to have to do it. You're capable, but you choose not to. Good for the governor for stepping up. And who cares what Democrats think? Who cares what Democrats think in the state of Florida? Who cares about all the nonsense that they talk about? The fact is that they know what's going on. And the governor in the state of Florida is trying to get ahead of this, knowing that probably after the election, there's bound to be a little bit of law and order issues on the streets, even in Florida. Yeah, in Miami, they didn't have any problems at all. There were no issues in Miami when it came to the protests that were happening peacefully. I don't know. I seem to remember seeing some video of people who, were resisting arrest, which is illegal. And a lot of other things. So what is going to happen with this, Governor?
We are going to impose criminal penalties for violent or disorderly assemblies, and that'll be a third-degree felony. We will also require a felony if you incapacitate any of the roadways. We see people take over interstates. That is absolutely hazardous. It's not fair to motorists who may get caught up in that.
Yeah, it's hazardous, as we have seen on multiple occasions. These peaceful protests, when they block streets, it's a hazard, but they'll do it anyway because they know there's no consequence to it.
And so that will be unacceptable. Also, we have a prohibition on destroying or toppling any type of public property, including monuments.
Yeah, because how is a peaceful protest peaceful when you're tearing down statues? Tearing down monuments. You don't get to do that. That is illegal. It's against the law to do that, and now there will be harsh penalties along with it here in the state. It's just amazing. It boggles my mind how you see what's going on the streets of certain cities around the country, Democrat-led cities, I might add, and you see all of it happening, and it's all playing out. And of course, the Democrat mayors and the Democrat legislatures there and the Democrat governors, they don't do anything about it. They don't crack down. They're certainly fine watching people doing the things that they're doing that are illegal. Not in this state.
That's not the way to go about it, and we will hold you accountable. Also have a prohibition on harassing innocent people in public accommodations. You see these videos of these innocent people eating dinner, and you have these crazed lunatics just screaming at them and intimidating them.
Yeah. Again, for those that say, oh, the bust in downtown Fort Myers, and they're not going to put the Robert E. Lee bust back, according to the news press. We had the news just earlier this morning about that. And look, let the city of Fort Myers deal with this. What's the big deal? It's not going to happen in my city. I mean, when I go to eat on Fifth Avenue in Naples, we never have any issues. Really? You realize that even the governor recognizes, and other people recognize in the city and around Naples and around Southwest Florida, that there are places in the country that now the new tactic to use is to go up to your nice restaurant on Fifth Avenue South, possibly. Just picking an area at random and saying, let's get out there with bullhorns and let's start screaming from the street into the restaurant and disrupting your outdoor dining. You know, we're getting to outdoor dining season soon. You just heard the article or the ad about Starbucks and their frappuccino with the leaves. It was a joke, but anyway. The point is that that's coming soon, and if they really want to get their way and disrupt, that's one way of doing it. They're doing it in cities right now, in places like Washington, D.C. and other areas. The governor recognizes that and says, no, if you're going to do that, just be prepared, because it's not just going to be against the law to do that, but there's going to be pretty harsh penalties.
On a public accommodation, you're not going to do that here in the state of Florida. And we're also going to use RICO liability to anyone who organizes or funds a violent or disorderly assembly. And if you look at some of the people who've been involved in this violence, these are people that will come from all across the country. If there's any type of issue, they all of a sudden show up in all these places. We're going to figure out who's organizing and who's funding that and hold them accountable.
We're going to find out who's doing it. And that's part of what's happening. So good for the governor for doing that and stepping up and saying, listen, next legislative session, we're going to find out who's for law and order and who's against it. Who's for peaceful protests and who's for riots and looting and chaos. You know, the kind of thing that's not peaceful protest. Grady Judd, who is a great sheriff here in the state of Florida. Grady Judd stepped up to the microphone, as a matter of fact, while this was going on. Florida Sheriff Grady Judd. And what did he say? Well, he stepped up to the podium to try to explain to everybody who just couldn't get it through their heads, maybe the media that was there for this event, the difference between a peaceful protest and a riot. And good for Grady Judd for showing everybody the difference in pictures.
I can tell you, folks, so that there's no misunderstanding today.
Showing pictures.
This is a peaceful protest.
It's a peaceful protest.
This is a riot.
Car on fire, destruction.
We can tell the difference.
Yeah.
The governor can tell the difference. Our law enforcement officers can tell the difference. In the event you didn't get that, let me show you something.
Here it is again.
This is a peaceful protest.
Showing it.
This is looting.
Taking stuff.
If you loot, the next thing you can try to steal is something off of your food tray at the county jail, because you're going to jail. That's a guarantee. And we're going to enjoy taking you down there.
We're going to enjoy taking you down. Sheriff Grady Judd showing pictures saying, look, this is real simple. And if you all don't get it, this is what it looks like when it's peaceful. First Amendment, peaceful, right? You can do this. We understand what that looks like. Here's what it looks like when you're looting. It's a picture of somebody grabbing stuff out of a store that was smash and grab, and running out of the store in their hands, things that they don't need during a peaceful protest. Or they shouldn't be doing during a peaceful protest. A picture of a burning vehicle and debris and destruction all around it. We all know the difference. The officers know the difference. You know the difference. And good for the governor. And sorry, I am so sorry if you are a Democrat right now that is offended by the fact that the governor would talk about this and do this and move this forward as legislation that we would discuss in this next legislative session, because now you have to go on a record and explain to us why it is that you would fight against the clear difference that Florida Sheriff Grady Judd was showing in those pictures. You understand the difference, right? So you understand what we're trying to do, right? The things that we're laying out are things that are not part of a peaceful protest, unless, of course, you think it is. Then let's go on the record and have you sign off against legislation that would protect Floridians. Let's go for it. Good for him. And good for you right now, because it's time for Drew's College of Political Knowledge. 4 questions on politics. The more you get right, the higher the degree. We'll see if you earn a PhD right now. Caller number 5 at 239-479-5592. If you'd like to play, we'd love to have you do it. Drew's College of Political Knowledge next on Daybreak 92.5 Fox News, right all along. And there she is. It's Traffic with Sabrina Katz.
A crash on 75 southbound at mile marker 123 is starting to slow traffic. This is just approaching Corkscrew Road. Also a crash at Corkscrew Road and I-75 heading north. So a very busy area. I would avoid it for now and stick to US 41. 41 is up to speed and going to be your fastest option. That's your up-to-the-minute traffic. I'm Sabrina Katz. Wink News now.
Wink Weather Authority.
For this morning, a little cooler, a little drier, upper 60s, lower 70s, mid to upper 80s this afternoon, mixture of sunshine and clouds, some lower humidity on the first official day of fall. With Wink News, I'm meteorologist Matt Devitt, the Weather Authority.
Wink News at the top and bottom of the hour.
Rush Limbaugh. On Monday, President Trump said that he's narrowed down his list of nominees for the Supreme Court vacancy to 5 people. He'll likely announce the choice by Friday or Saturday following funeral services for Justice Ginsburg. He's urging the Senate to act quickly and hold a vote before the election. And Democrats are livid. Nancy Pelosi floated the idea of impeaching him again to delay the nomination. Radical Democrats calling for their fringe base to take to the streets again. They're demanding that Republicans honor Justice Ginsburg's supposed dying wish to wait until after the election to fill the vacancy. And, of course, the Democrats and the media are harping on the failed nomination of Merrick Garland following the death of Justice Scalia as a reason to wait. Now, the Democrat or media lackeys, they can whine, they can moan, they can threaten all they want. The president is charged by the Constitution to fill the vacancy. The Senate is charged to advise and consent, which is exactly what happened with Garland. Obama named him, and the Senate withheld consent. Justice Ginsburg's dying wish has no force of law. It's not her seat, and neither do protester complaints or revisionist history. The only thing that matters in filling a Supreme Court vacancy is the Constitution, and as usual, that's what the Democrats are opposing. That's what they're intent on ignoring, the Constitution. Screw that, they say. Last year, there was a victim of identity theft every 3 seconds. That means a cyber bad guy could be selling your personal info on the dark web without you even knowing it. That's just one form of identity theft. Now, you might miss certain threats to your identity by just relying on bank statements or monitoring your credit. The solution? LifeLock identity theft protection. LifeLock sees certain threats that you could miss on your own. Plus, if you become a victim of identity theft, a U.S.-based identity restoration specialist will help you fix your problems. Now, no one can prevent all identity theft or monitor all transactions at all businesses, but LifeLock can help protect your personal information. Get your free dark web scan when you join now and save up to 25% off your first year. Do this. Go to LifeLock.com/scan. Use the promo code RUSH. That's lifelock.com/scan. Promo code RUSH for 25% off.
Blah, 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 blah. Gear up for the liberal loudmouths at work. Drew Steele, mornings on 92.5 Fox News.
At 1 Hour Air Conditioning and Heating, our comfort specialists can handle any AC repair. Just call 855-1-HOUR or visit onehourair.com.
Always on time or you don't pay a dime.
Independently owned and operated, licensed in their respective state or county.
Has the little blue pill let you down? Our expert medical staff at mymensclinic.com can and will help. Guys, if you're suffering from ED, we can fix it. Even if you have tried Viagra and other drugs and they've failed you, we will help. Studies have shown that we offer the most effective non-surgical treatments for ED, even if you have other medical conditions. They're generally no problem. We know that hearing "we can try again next weekend" is tough. When what you want to hear is wow, we at mymensclinic.com have helped thousands of men just like you, thousands more nationally. We can make one simple guarantee, and we do. See our licensed medical staff. If we can't show you positive results during that first appointment, that appointment is free. Guys, let's get the wow back in the bedroom. Guys, let's book online at mymensclinic.com or call 239-307-0125. That's 239-307-0125. Again, mymensclinic.com.
Drew's College of Political Knowledge is presented by France Eye Care. Better vision, better life.
Attention, class. It's time for Drew's College of Political Knowledge.
It's Drew's College.
All right, we go to Steve in L.A. Hello there, Steve.
Hello.
Hello. It's Drew's College of Political Knowledge. 4 questions on politics. The more you get right, the higher the degree. We'll see if you earn a PhD. And your associate's degree question, sir, starts right now. Hey, Steve, can you name our 2 United States senators here in the great state of Florida? What are their names?
Marco Rubio and Gates.
Who?
Matt Gates.
No, it's actually Rick Scott. Rick Scott is the other senator from the great state.
Senator, yes.
Yeah,
yes.
That's right. All right, well, let's see if you get an associate's degree on this question. 2 rights in the Declaration of Independence. When we talk about the rights in the Declaration of Independence, there are 3 of them that they talk about. What are 2 of those 3 rights in the Declaration of Independence? They are...
right to free speech, right to assembly, and the Second Amendment, right to keep and bear arms.
Well, that's actually, we're talking about the Constitution and the Bill of Rights. I was talking about the Declaration of Independence. That's life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. All right, no worries. Well, let's see if you get an associate's degree on this question. How often are American presidential elections held? Every
4 years.
That is correct, sir. All right, you got an associate's on that one. We'll see if you get a bachelor's degree on this question. Think about this carefully. Remember Jimmy Carter? Jimmy Carter, President of the United States. Remember Jimmy Carter?
Yes, I do.
Okay. Do you remember who was the president before Jimmy Carter?
Boy, that's a good one. Let's see.
That's a real good one. How about...
that would be Lyndon Baines Johnson?
No, that's Gerald Ford. Gerald Ford. Remember that guy?
Well, I did terrible.
But, well, you know, some might say that. I wouldn't say that, Steve. I wouldn't say that at all. Listen, did you have fun? That's what this is all about.
Yeah, I had fun.
Well, that's what counts. All right, you got an associate's degree today on Drew's College. And here's a special treat. You get to talk to Jake.
Okay.
Thank you for your enthusiasm, Steve. All right, stay there, okay, my friend? Hold the line. There's Steve in L.A. All right. Coming up, more Supreme Court Justice news. We'll get to that on the way.
This is Daybreak. 92.5 Fox News.
Hey, it's Drew Steele, and have I told you about Ryan Hammond Painting and Contracting? I know I have, because, well, number one, I've used them on multiple occasions. I've had a few moves lately, and each and every time had them at my home. They're fantastic. I love the staff. They are the highest reviewed contractors for what they do, maintaining 4.9 to 5 stars. But here's another thing to consider. What about a kitchen, a bath, an entire home that you want remodeled? They have teams and resources ready right now to walk you through the process, so they can turn your dreams into reality. I should know, because they did exactly that for me and my wife. I could not be happier. The communication, the friendliness of the staff, the fact that they've been around since 2001, and the difference that they can make, whether it is something like painting a bathroom, and especially kitchen and bath remodels. So call them today, Ryan Hammond Painting and Contracting, 239-431-2781, and find out what they can do for you and the incredible work that they do for yourself. 239-431-2781 for Ryan Hammond Painting and Contracting.
Trust means that you are reliable and honest every single day.
Trust Chris Safadi.
I want to make sure that every individual person can rely on us.
Trust Lois Tomey.
I love this community. It's something I take so much responsibility for.
Trust Jim Farrell.
My responsibility to the viewer is to be me, and I'm not going to lie to you. I'm not going to hype anything. Wink News has been trustworthy since 1954. It's earned day by day.
Weeknights on Wink News at 6.
On the next Drew Barrymore show.
Ladies and gentlemen, Gwyneth Paltrow is coming here.
There's so much you're doing with your life. It's unbelievable. And, oh, love. For Drew's Love Bug, how to make a quarantine romance work. You're texting like a couple of teenagers.
Oh my goodness, people are starting to notice.
All new Drew.
Drew Barrymore, today at 3 on Wink.
Serving Southwest Florida since 1977. To learn more and schedule an appointment, visit firstclassairconditioning.com.
First Class Air Conditioning. Our name says it all.
92.5 WFSX Estero. It's 7 o'clock on Southwest Florida's news and talk station, 92.5 Fox News.
This Wink News update is presented by Lee Auto Group. Find your perfect vehicle at lee-cars.com.
Now, this is a Wink News update.
I'm Therese O'Shea with Wink News. The Robert E. Lee bust is gone from downtown Fort Myers. City Council voted to put it either in a museum or keep it down altogether. City leaders will now meet with a museum to work on an agreement. A Lehigh Acres man is accused of helping ISIS. The FBI says 23-year-old Jonathan Guerrero Blanco made videos for ISIS. They say some footage in his videos included the Biltmore Hotel in Miami and buildings on the Las Vegas Strip. Dozens of families in Cape Coral are still under a boil water advisory after spending hours without water. We told you this on Friday. 2 big water main breaks shut off the water. We saw water shooting up from the ground along Aviation Parkway near Santa Barbara Boulevard. Crews were able to fix the breaks, but you should still boil your water to be safe. I'm Therese O'Shea, Wink News now.
Wink News traffic.
A crash on 75 southbound at mile marker 123 is starting to slow traffic. This is just approaching Corkscrew Road. Also a crash at Corkscrew Road and I-75 heading north. So a very busy area. I would avoid it for now and stick to US 41. 41 is up to speed and going to be your fastest option. That's your up-to-the-minute traffic. I'm Sabrina Katz. Wink News now.
Wink Weather Authority.
What a way to welcome the first day of fall. At least south of Florida style, we'll take it. Slightly cooler, slightly drier, especially during the mornings today and tomorrow, with upper 60s and lower 70s, mid to upper 80s by the afternoons. Rain chances kept low. Can't rule out a stray shower, but most of us are dry. Mixture of sunshine and clouds, breezy in the short term, then better rain chances, greater humidity. That's back in the forecast by late this week and all the way into the weekend. Scattered showers and storms with temps in the upper 80s to near 90. With Wink News, I'm meteorologist Matt Devitt, Weather Authority.
Wink News at the top and bottom of the hour.
When your liberal relatives from up north come for a month, turn up 92.5 Fox News in the house, in the car, and on the radio at the beach. 92.5 Fox News. Right all along.
Hi, I'm Kyle Lee with Lee Auto Group. We sell more low-mileage cars and trucks than anyone in Southwest Florida because we have more. Over 300 vehicles in stock with locations in Fort Myers and Tampa. See for yourself at lee-cars.com.
Get a 2019 Buick Encore SUV with only 584 miles for $20,000. Practically a new car for thousands less. Or a 2004 Buick Park Avenue with only 56,000 miles. Florida Condo Car for $6,500. With over 300 vehicles, visit lee-cars.com.
Don't forget the dash.
You probably know Lusk, Dre Sites, and Talisano for car accidents and other personal injury matters. But did you know they have attorneys who specialize in many other areas of the law? Whether you're in need of creating or updating your will and testament, or need advice about divorce or child custody, they have an attorney for you. And unlike the all-too-familiar competitors, at Lusk, Dre Sites, and Talisano, you'll be meeting directly with the attorney handling your matter, not some coordinator or case manager looking to increase their numbers. Lusk, Dre Sites, and Talisano. They've been serving you for over 35 years. Have a family law question? Are you seeking a divorce or have child custody issues you need resolved? Do you need assistance with dividing property? At Lusk, Dre Sites, and Talisano, their attorneys can walk you through this difficult process as the needed advocate to protect your legal rights. They've been here for you in the past, they're here today, and will be here for you tomorrow. LDTlaw.com. Offices Cape Coral, Fort Myers, Naples.
This is a scam by the Democrats.
Trump versus Biden. Round one is set.
You have a problem figuring out whether you're for me or Trump, and you ain't black.
Hey, it's Drew Steele. Follow this and all of the presidential debates brought to you by the Floormeisters in Naples, where smart shoppers cast their vote for quality flooring every day.
All men and women created by go. You know the thing.
Make America great again.
Trump versus Biden. Round one. Only on 92.5 Fox News. Right all along.
For the past 58 years, Conditioned Air is focused on your comfort. Today more than ever, our business community, our nonprofits, our leaders, and our citizens are relying on each other for strength. It's not a me thing, a you thing, it's a we time in our lives. Conditioned Air is here for you and here for our community. Whether you're looking for routine air conditioning, service and repair for your home, installation of a new air conditioning system in a large commercial property, or anything in between, our Conditioned Air team is eager to help. You can count on the people of Conditioned Air. We are your neighbors, parents of school children, volunteers in the communities, coworkers, consumers, and supporters of all types of businesses. We want to help you when and where you need us, at your business or in your home. Your comfort is essential. Invest wisely. Conditioned Air, the comfort people since 1962, serving all of Southwest Florida. Call 1-888-COLD-AIR or log on to conditionedair.com. License number CAC 1819590.
Dr. Shane Walker here at Thrive Chiropractic and host of the Wellness Hour on 92.5 Fox News for nearly 20 years. And let's face it, many of us are really stressed right now, and that is creating an increase in the number of folks who are dealing with neck pain, headaches, tension across the upper mid-back, anxiety and nervousness. And if you haven't experienced the release of tension that a chiropractic adjustment can produce within your nervous system, go to thrivenaples.com. That's Thrive, Thrive, Naples.com for a special offer. That's thrivenaples.com.
At Fisher Investments, we do things differently, and other money managers don't understand why.
Because our way works great for us.
But it may not work for your clients. That's why Fisher Investments is a fiduciary, obligated to put clients first. It's the highest standard for a financial advisor.
So, what do you provide? Cookie-cutter portfolios like the rest of us?
No cookie-cutter portfolios here. Fisher Investments tailors portfolios to meet each client's goals and needs.
But you do sell investments that earn you high commissions, right? And make commissions when you make trades for your clients?
No, Fisher Investments doesn't sell any commission investment products, and we never earn commissions on trades.
So what's in it for you?
Fisher Investments fees are structured so we do better when our clients do better. When it comes to helping clients achieve a comfortable retirement, we're clearly different. Visit FisherInvestments.com to find out why investors like you switch to us. Fisher Investments, clearly different money management.
Investments in securities involve the risk of loss.
From 92.5 Fox News.
It's the stuff Southwest Florida is talking about.
It's Daybreak. Now, here's the guy at the epicenter of what's important to those of us who live in Southwest Florida. Drew Steele.
Good morning, Southwest Florida. Glad you're here. 239-479-5592. That is the talk and text line. Streaming live on YouTube anytime you want to watch at Drew Steele Radio, Steele with 3 E's. Please subscribe to the channel. We do appreciate it. I'm looking at the log again, Jake. Why is there a Biden for president Why is there a Biden ad on my show? What's going on here? Why would somebody?
I don't know.
I'm not doing it.
Blow it out again.
Take it out. Take it out.
You sure?
I'm positive. I'm not playing a Biden for president ad on my show. I'm just not doing it.
I had a listener call and said, just play it.
Yeah, well, sorry. Not playing it. All right, let's see what else is going on. A couple of things. The president yesterday, and we know that the president was at another big rally. Oh boy, people just don't like the fact that the president's holding these rallies. Lots of folks masked up, but you hear the hyperbolic statements of places like MSNBC, CNN, MSNBC this morning about the Trump rally last night. On the heels of finding out that the CDC said, "Hey, listen, you got to be careful, and you probably need air purifiers in your house because droplets now hang in the air and spread even further than we thought." So everybody get out there and buy an air purifier, only to find out that they're like, whoa, wait. We might have been wrong on this. We were really wrong on this. So the CDC taking it back and saying, no, it doesn't spread through the air that way. Sorry, we made a big boo-boo, which always gets down to who are we supposed to trust now when it comes to COVID? Which numbers do we believe? I got information on that coming up. But this morning, MSNBC on the big rally going on that Trump had last night, lots of folks out there, masks. A lot of people were wearing masks. If you look out in the audience, if you actually take a moment and look at the audience that was there, the crowds, the huge crowd for the Trump rally, you'll see a lot of people were masked up. And no, not according to MSNBC. It was an absolute mess. Listen to this.
The rest of those attendees, even in indoor rallies, like we had last week in both Arizona and Nevada, those indoors, no one wore masks.
Okay, they were wearing masks yesterday. The people that were there in those other rallies, they were wearing masks. They're making it sound like not one single person was. Well, you saw what we saw, and if you were watching last night, they were outside wearing masks.
And, Joe, as a final point, you played that clip about the lieutenant governor of Ohio encouraging those there to wear masks. Do you know what spreads the virus really easily?
Tell us.
Booing at loud volume while not wearing a mask.
Yeah, you know what else? Oh, you hear me go, oh. You know what else spreads the virus? Screaming at riots and protests. Yeah, but the virus, it's an amazing thing. The virus is very, very smart, very wise, and apparently very liberal because it understands that not only can you eat at a restaurant and take your mask off and the virus is like, this guy's eating lunch. That thing looks really good. That brisket sandwich, I would love to get my teeth into it, but I don't have teeth. I'm a virus, so I'll wait until that person's done eating. And then I'll be flying through the air looking for a space to get in, but they masked up so they're safe. Not only is a virus wise enough to do that, but the virus is also wise enough to know the difference between a Trump rally and people booing and hissing and making all of these noises and peaceful protests and the riot. The peacefulness of a rally of individuals getting together for racial injustice and police brutality. And the virus is like, I'm good. I'm not going to hurt anybody here. But oh man, I'll tell you what. At those Trump rallies, I'm ready to be flying all over. Get in your eye. Yeah, so there was a little bit of that. And what else did the president talk about? Yes, hey, listen, Democrat cities.
You look at Portland, you look at Chicago, you look at New York, you look at Baltimore and Oakland. These are Democrat-run cities that are horrible in crime. There's no law and order, no cash bail, no anything. And you know what? The Republican cities are running great.
Yeah. Is he right about that? Because there will be a lot of questions coming up this next legislative session with the governor who wanted to remind everybody that, yeah, we care about law and order in this state. And that's why the governor put forward for the next legislative session the Combating Violence, Disorder, and Looting and Law Enforcement Protection Act, to make sure that everybody understands that if you're going to scream with a bullhorn on the streets, somebody's dining outside trying to have a nice dinner, if you're somebody who's tearing down a monument, a statue, destroying property, you know, the things that are illegal to do, but there will be higher consequences here in the state. Because you don't wait for it to happen and go, hey, can we get the legislature together to do something about this? Maybe you get ahead of it. It's better to be proactive than reactive. That's too much to ask. So the president out yesterday and talking about even what's going on with Supreme Court justices, the president mentioning that by the end of the week, he wants to wait until Friday or Saturday before making an announcement as to who that choice for Supreme Court justice will be. Of course, as you can imagine, you've got Democrats, you got the left in the country that is beside themselves, all the unconstitutional activities that are taking place by the president. Really, like what? Like, while he is president of the United States, he gets to choose who the justice is going to be. And then the Senate, of ayes and consent, they get to decide what they're going to do. And if they decide to say, yeah, our advice is we like this person, and consent, yeah, we're good with it, we're going to vote, and we vote, as a matter of fact, we're told by Mitch McConnell, it looks as if they have the votes to confirm the president's choice. Hey, elections have consequences. If you don't like the fact that Barack Obama, 200 days outside of an election, look, let's just put it this way. To me, Republicans, Democrats, just stop with the nonsense. The Republicans didn't have to say in 2016, well, it's too close to the election. Just say the truth. And the truth is this, and you may not like that I'm going to say this, but I am speaking the truth, and I hope you'll understand. We won. After 2014, 2016, 2018, the American people and the citizens of individual states decided that they wanted to have a majority in the Senate and they wanted to have Donald Trump as president of the United States. Those elections have consequences. And one of the consequences is that the president of the United States gets the opportunity to pick the Supreme Court justice at any time that he is the president, and the Senate has the ability to approve, advise a consent, and then confirm or not confirm that selection at any time in the process that they want while they are in office. They can do that. That is constitutional. And if you don't like the fact that Republicans at the time, when Barack Obama was president and he picked Merrick Garland, they're like, no, you know what? We run this place. We don't want to do it. Just say that. I'm okay with that. Elections have consequences. Republicans were running the show there in the Senate in 2016. You don't like it? Tough. And right now, president has the Senate on his side. Looks like they'll have enough votes to confirm. Democrats, you don't like it? Stomp your feet. Do whatever you want. Just don't riot and loot. Which, of course, you'll do. Because you understand how serious it is. Chuck Schumer on the floor of the Senate. He's mad, I tell you, mad. It's a president out of control.
Reporters will no doubt cover the political machinations here in Washington.
Yeah.
But for hundreds of millions of Americans, this vacancy on the Supreme Court puts everything on the line.
Yeah, I agree. It does. It does put everything on the line, right? And everybody knows it. We all, and how crazy has the left in this country become about this? I don't know. Ask Don the Lemon on CNN with Fredo, the two of them together, doing their comedy routine. I mean, their news. I mean, their talking points, whatever it is that they do. Talking about this very topic. And what is CNN, Don Lemon, what does he say?
No matter what happens, everybody sticks with their team.
We're going to have to blow up the entire system. And you know what we're going to have to do?
No, I don't know.
You know what we're going to? Yes,
Yeah.
what you have to do?
You just got to vote.
Honestly, from what your closing argument is, you're going to have to get rid of the Electoral College. Because the people...
I don't see it.
Because the minority in this country decides who the judges are and they decide who the president is.
But you need a constitutional amendment to do that.
And if Joe Biden wins, Democrats can stack the courts and they can do that amendment and they can get it passed.
Well, you need
That's a
2/3 vote in the Congress and 3/4 of the state legislatures.
They may be able to do that.
Maybe.
Okay. Blow up the system. Don Lemon wants to blow the system up. We got to get rid of the Electoral College. There it goes. As a matter of fact, the threat of Democrats, listen, if Democrats get in there, they're going to stack the court. Guess what? They don't have to. FDR didn't. He wanted to. He tried to. His party wanted him to stop doing it and kind of convinced him to not to do it, but not before making the threat to the justices on the court that he would do it. This is all threats. You want to do it, go right ahead and do it. If you want to stack the court, you stack the court. And then the next time Republicans have the presidency and the Senate and have the House, they'll stack the court. And we'll just keep stacking it. We'll have 8,000 people on the Supreme Court. We'll just keep going. Look, I don't like that Democrats make big threats, because the threats that they make typically are against the Constitution. And again, stop the nonsense. President, duly elected president, you may not like it, but he is. Senate, duly elected Senate, elections have consequences. The president, right up to the moment he's out of office, can make his choice. The Senate, right up to the moment that they are out of office, can advise, consent, and confirm. And tough cookies, tough toenails, tough, what's the other, what's another expression? Tough, do you know any others? Jake, do you have a favorite? Tough toenails, tough luck, tough cookies, tough. I
don't know.
Yeah, he doesn't know.
I was going to say house cat.
Tough house cat. And you definitely don't want a tough house cat. Those are the worst. All right. Daybreak 92.5 Fox News, right all along. Speaking of which, don't forget 750 Druce College of Political Knowledge, 4 questions on politics. The more you get right, the higher the degree. We'll see if you earn a PhD every day at 750. We do that. And a couple of other things. Somebody said they're trying to find me on YouTube. Drew Steele, Steeel. No. It's Steele. So there you go. On YouTube, please subscribe to the channel while you're there. And we do appreciate that. All right, it's Daybreak 92.5 Fox News. Let's see what's going on with traffic. Here's Sabrina Cat.
A crash on 75 southbound at mile marker 123 is starting to slow traffic. This is just approaching Corkscrew Road. Also a crash at Corkscrew Road and I-75 heading north. So a very busy area. I would avoid it for now and stick to US 41. 41 is up to speed and going to be your fastest option. That's your up-to-the-minute traffic. I'm Sabrina Katz. Wink News now.
Wink Weather Authority.
For this morning, a little cooler, a little drier, upper 60s, lower 70s, mid to upper 80s this afternoon, mixture of sunshine and clouds, some lower humidity on the first official day of fall. With Wink News, I'm meteorologist Matt Devitt, the Weather Authority.
Wink News at the top and bottom of the hour.
Serving up a tray load of truth today on 92.5 Fox News. News and smart views.
That's what sleeping with a CPAP sounds like. If you can't use CPAP, imagine pressing a button and it sounding like this. That's sleeping with Inspire. No mask, no hose, just sleep. Inspire is a sleep apnea treatment that works inside the body with one click of a remote. That's right, just a button. If you have sleep apnea, great sleep awaits at inspiresleep.com. That's inspiresleep.com. Inspire. Sleep apnea innovation. No mask, no hose, just sleep.
Talk to your doctor to see if Inspire is right for you and review important safety information at inspiresleep.com.
Retirement questions? You can bet Bob Grace probably has the answer. Join him every Saturday morning at 8 and Sunday at noon for Retire with Grace. It's your source for all things retirement, from how current events could affect your savings to strategies to help maximize your retirement income and everything in between. Join us, Retire with Grace with Bob Grace, Saturday mornings at 8 and Sundays at noon. Investment advisory services offered through Grace Capital Management Group, LLC, a registered investment advisor.
True relief for back and neck pain. Here at Johnson Spinal Care 596 Back, we focus on back and neck related conditions like stenosis, sciatica, neuropathy, and bulging discs that can cause weakness, numbness, or pain. Being an innovator in non-surgical techniques, I have developed unique and extremely effective spinal decompression protocols for overcoming these chronic and debilitating conditions that don't involve any medications or surgery. This 3-step VAX-D spinal decompression approach uses a patented computerized table that decompresses the spine to gently remove pressure off pinched nerves and increase blood circulation to the area. For young or old, and so comfortable that most patients almost fall asleep while on the table. No hanging upside down. With this award-winning technology, back and neck pain can be a thing of the past. We always offer a no-obligation consultation and free x-rays to see if you're a candidate. Johnston Spinal Care. We're here for you. Call 596-BACK. 596-BACK. That's 596-2225.
Hi, my name is Jay, president of Big Island Builders. You know, I come from a long line of builders. In fact, I can still remember my first day on the job, working for my dad. I thought because I was the boss's son that I would start out in the construction trailer, looking over plans all day. Well, to my surprise, he handed me a shovel and he said, start digging. And that's exactly what I did. He made me learn every aspect of the building process by doing it. So if that's the kind of builder that you're looking for, look no further than Big Island Builders. BigIslandBuilders.com.
Hi, this is Jay, president of Big Island Builders. I just want to take the opportunity to thank all of the wonderful employees that make up the Big Island Builders team. I constantly get calls from our customers with positive feedback. When I started this company years ago, I dreamed of assembling a team of professionals that would radically change the home building process. People that look you in the eyes, tell you the truth, and have passion about what they do. That is the Big Island team. Visit us at BigIslandBuilders.com.
You should be driving a Kia from Galliana Kia.
Why? Why pay more for a used car or truck? Model year-end sales event at Galliana Kia in Fort Myers. 2020 Kia Forte LXS lease, just $49 per month. That's right, a new car for just $49 per month. 2020 Kia Rio, just $13,990. Yes, $13,990. Worried about your credit? Don't sweat it. Galliana Kia has lenders to get almost anyone approved. Plus, we'll take any trade, in any condition, even if you're upside down. Why? Why buy an overpriced used car when you can buy a new car for less? Brand new Kias, just $49 per month.
You should be driving a Kia from Galliana Kia.
Model year-end sales event going on now at Galliana Kia, 1/2 mile south of Daniels Parkway on US 41 in Fort Myers. Open every day, including Sunday. Call 239-481-2600. GallianaCars.com.
24-month lease, 12,000 miles per year, $39.99 due at sign plus tax, title, dealer, and acquisition fee. 0 security deposit with lender approval expires month end.
This is 92.5 Fox News.
Daybreak 92.5 Fox News. 239-479-5592 is the talk and text line. Hey, listen, at least the good news is that Joe Biden isn't messing up the Pledge of Allegiance. He's got this down, Jake. He's got it down.
I pledge allegiance to the United States of America. One nation, indivisible, under God, for real.
And some of you want to vote him to be the president of the United States. Here's the good thing. We do it the right way each and every week, every Friday, in our Zoom Pledge of Allegiance. We get together. I hope that you will get together with us this week as well. If you would like to join us and say the Pledge of Allegiance at the end of the program together the right way, not Joe Biden's way, all you need to do is text the letters USA to 239-479-5592, and we will send you a link that will hook you up with our Zoom Pledge of Allegiance. We did it last Friday. It was fantastic. We had 30-plus people in. We had 30 or 50? And we appreciate that, and more have reached out and said they are coming in as well, so more on the way. We're looking forward to that. All right, when we come back, let's see, a lot to talk about the governor and the fact that we're not going to have lawlessness and looting and rioting in this state, and he's going to do something about it. Amy Coney Barrett is hands down the best pick to replace Ruth Bader Ginsburg. This in the New York Post. So why? Maybe we should get into that coming up. And oh, by the way, just in case you're wondering, the city of Fort Myers is not bringing back the Robert E. Lee bust. You thought any different?
This is Daybreak. 92.5 Fox News.
You want a new look for your kitchen, but you really dread the thought of subjecting your home and family to the mess and fuss created by weeks of remodeling? Cornerstone Builders has the solution. They can give your kitchen an entirely new look in a matter of days, not weeks. Stand by for the phone number to schedule your free in-home consultation. Cornerstone will save you a lot of time and thousands of dollars with a custom kitchen reface. This 4-step process includes 15 cabinet doors, 5 drawer fronts, and includes relaminating your cabinet exteriors, plus new hinges and new knobs or handles. Best part? The price. Just $38.20 for a beautiful thermofoil reface or $78.20 for maple wood reface. Call today to schedule your free in-home consultation. 239-332-3020. That's 332-3020. 239-332-3020. Cornerstone Builders in Fort Myers, Cape Coral, Naples, and Marco Island. With 30 years and 22,000 satisfied customers. You know they're gonna wow you.
Pandemic, market drops, elections. Don't let the noise and fear distract you. Where do you go for clarity in uncertain times? For experienced advice on planning for retirement, tune in to Saving the Investor with Alfie Townsend, Saturday mornings at 9 a.m. or visit us at savingtheinvestor.com.
Pool need a checkup? Call the doctor, the Pool Doctor.
Hi, Dr. Mark here. Do the math. Taking care of your pool is probably not a good use of your time and money. Free $50 Bonefish gift certificates when you sign up for one of our award-winning weekly service plans. We're a family company, and for over 40 years, we've been doing business right.
The prescription is the Pool Doctor for award-winning pool service, repairs, and unheard of $39 diagnostic calls. That's mypooldoctor.com or 239-574-1133. State certified CPC 057088.
Hey, this is Papa, reporting that we're still getting a lot of calls from homeowners who were told they needed a new re-roof after Irma. Most of these folks had a few broken tiles that are obsolete. Our company has 2 warehouses filled with the older obsolete tiles that have never been used. If you think that you may not need a new re-roof, but only need to replace some obsolete tile, please call me for our free tile roof inspection. We may be able to repair and seal your roof to make it look new and beautiful, a lot cheaper than replacing the entire roof. If you call me for our free inspection, we'll place you on our proactive list, and in the event of another hurricane, you won't have to go searching for a contractor because we will automatically call you to see if you need assistance. Let me show you how we can clean and seal and protect your roof, pavers, and pool decks. On behalf of my sons, Casey, Carrie, and Cody, call us at 945-2700. That's 945-2700, area code 239-945-2700. License CCC 133-1790. We're open 24/7, and you can call us right now for a free tile roof inspection.
92.5 Fox News.
When only the truth will do.
This Wink News Break is sponsored by Cornerstone Builders. Give us the opportunity to wow you.
Now, this is a Wink News Update.
I'm Therese O'Shea with Wink News. The Robert E. Lee bust is gone from downtown Fort Myers. City Council voted to put it either in a museum or keep it down altogether. City leaders will now meet with a museum to work on an agreement. A Lehigh Acres man is accused of helping ISIS. The FBI says 23-year-old Jonathan Guerrero Blanco made videos for ISIS. They say some footage in his videos included the Biltmore Hotel in Miami and buildings on the Las Vegas Strip. Dozens of families in Cape Coral are still under a boil water advisory after spending hours without water. We told you this on Friday. 2 big water main breaks shut off the water. We saw water shooting up from the ground along Aviation Parkway near Santa Barbara Boulevard. Crews were able to fix the breaks, but you should still boil your water to be safe. I'm Therese O'Shea, Wink News Now.
Wink News Traffic.
The crash on 75 southbound at mile marker 123 is starting to slow traffic. This is just approaching Corkscrew Road. Also a crash at Corkscrew Road and I-75 heading north. So a very busy area. I would avoid it for now and stick to US 41. 41 is up to speed and going to be your fastest option. That's your up-to-the-minute traffic. I'm Sabrina Katz. Wink News Now.
Wink Weather Authority.
What a way to welcome the first day of fall, at least south of Florida style. We'll take it. Slightly cooler, slightly drier, especially during the mornings today and tomorrow, with upper 60s and lower 70s, mid to upper 80s by the afternoons. Rain chances kept low. Can't rely on a stray shower, but most of us are dry. Mixture of sunshine and clouds, breezy in the short term, then better rain chances, greater humidity. That's back in the forecast by late this week and all the way into the weekend. Scattered showers and storms with temps in the upper 80s to near 90. With Wink News, I'm meteorologist Matt Devitt, Weather Authority.
Wink News at the top and bottom of the hour.
The antidote to the anti-conservatives. 92.5 Fox News. Right all along.
For professional roofing, the name you need to know is D.R. Martineau. You can count on us for great service. You can count on us to get it done. You can count on us for a price that's fair. The quality is second to none. For professional roofing, the name you need to know is D.R. Martineau.
1 Hour Air Conditioning and Heating, always on time, or you don't pay a dime. Please visit us at www.onehourairnaples.com or call 844-1HOUR.
Look and feel your best with Dr. Patrick Flaherty, hosted by me, Gina Birch. Want to hear the latest from an expert? Tune in Saturday at 10 a.m. and hear all the latest innovations in non-surgical, surgical, and lifestyle ideas to help you look and feel your best. Dr. Patrick Flaherty is known for his faces, the fabulous Azul Spa, and now you get your hour with this doctor every Saturday at 10 a.m. Dr. Patrick Flaherty's show is Look and Feel Your Best, hosted by me, Gina Birch. Tune in this Saturday at 10 a.m. and hear how to look and feel your best.
This just in, Rockstar Harley needs used inventory, and they're giving 115% of Kelley Blue Book value when trading for a new Harley this week. Rockstar Harley has finance specialists on site to help get you approved. Whether good credit, bad credit, or no credit, they can help. And they trade anything, bikes, cars, RVs, and more because it's worth more at Rockstar Harley. If you owe way too much in your trade, get 115% of Kelley Blue Book trade value right now at Rockstar Harley. Adjustment for mileage and reconditioning and Sunday.
Slider man, we make your patio door slide like new, Slider man. This is our mission, to put your sliding glass door back in the top condition. Slider man, we make your patio door slide like new, Slider man.
Call Sliderman toll-free, 866-594-1969.
This is 92.5 Fox News. Now, back to Daybreak with Drew Steele.
Are you sick and tired of your calm, peaceful life? Are you sleeping too well at night? Is your city too safe? Well, not anymore. Introducing Democrats. Politicians so incompetent, they'll fill your neighborhood with riots, looting, rampant violence, and even homelessness. The secret is a special blend of corruption and good old-fashioned stupidity. No more pesky law and order. When Democrats are in charge, nobody's safe. Simply vote for Democrats, sit back, and watch your neighborhood burn to the ground. But wait, vote for Democrats now, and they'll include rolling blackouts, election fraud, cancel culture, taxes, and more taxes. Democrats, bringing chaos right to your front door.
Oh, boy. Okay, wow, that was tough. All right. 239-479-5592 is the talk and text line, streaming live on YouTube. Anytime you want to watch Drew Steele Radio, Steele with 3 E's, that's Steele, so there's an E on the end of Steele. Just in case you were wondering, please subscribe to the channel while you're there. That's what's going to keep us going, both on Facebook and YouTube, if you are enjoying viewing the program and maybe even listening, whatever the case may be. All right, the president yesterday talking about the Supreme Court choice.
Supreme Court justice, most powerful, most important, just the most important. You know, when you become president, they say this is the single most important thing a president does is pick Supreme Court. And by the way, by the end of the first term, we will have 300 federal judges.
That is very, very important, that aspect of it as well. The amount of federal judges. Again, elections have consequences. If you are somebody who said, man, I'll tell you what, in 2016, didn't know a lot about Donald Trump, thought he was a big liberal and really couldn't see him pushing conservative policies and was a little bit concerned. And maybe you were somebody who supported Ted Cruz or others, Rand Paul or the like. And the one thing that you were going to vote for Donald Trump for president of the United States in 2016 at that moment in time with what you knew was all about the Supreme Court and knowing that there was a chance that he would have one, possibly two, maybe even three choices on the Supreme Court. Could you imagine the balance that of power in the court and what that would bring and the ability of the president to name someone, that was enough for me. Well, guess what? This time around, you might want to think about that as well. I'm just saying.
The only thing I'll say for the women, it will be a woman.
All right, so it's going to be a woman. The two names that are being discussed right now is Barbara Lagoa here in the state of Florida, and the one big name is Amy Coney Barrett. Lagoa in Florida is interesting only because why is it a name that nobody heard of before, a name that wasn't someone that was discussed in the past? I will be honest. I get worried when a name pops up out of the middle of nowhere and we're supposed to believe that before we hear anything or able to explore ourselves, that we're just told that this is the most conservative judge you can find. This is a great pick, and the president needs to go this direction. Oh, and by the way, Cuban-American born, and, the state of Florida, and we need the state of Florida, and that's going to help to secure the vote here in the state of Florida, especially among Cuban Americans here in the state. Before you say that, let me just time out for a second. There are people that will vote for Supreme Court and vote for President Trump, let's say, because they know that he is going to make the next Supreme Court justice pick. There may be more coming in the future. You never know. But how many of you are saying to yourself, Barbara Lagoa in the state of Florida, I was on the fence. I wasn't really sure, but man, I'm going to vote for him now because of this person that I never heard of before, but I was going to vote for the president, but now I'm really going to. I don't know that people say that. I don't know that politically, if you're looking at the state of Florida, that's going to shift the power. We already know. And Democrats have already admitted as much. I mean, I'm looking at an article here right now that talks about how a research group says that Joe Biden needs to win 60% of the Latino vote in Florida to win, and how that is going to come from someplace other than the Cuban community in this state. For Biden to be in range in Florida, he needs to get over 60% threshold of Latino support. To get there, he needs to maximize his support among non-Cuban Hispanic supporters, even if he runs up a high level of support among Cubans, said this individual from Equus Labs. His name is Carlos Odio. And that the president is pretty much guaranteed to get a large showing in the Cuban-American community here in the state of Florida. I don't know that we need to go that direction. Amy Coney Barrett is someone who many people know, many people have talked about. She's been vetted. Picture a female jurist who has consistently defied social expectations imposed on women and whose legal thinking is closely bound up with her faith. No, I'm not talking... I'm not talking about Amy Coney Barrett, reported top President Trump's list of candidates to fill the late Ruth Bader Ginsburg seat. I'm talking about Ginsburg herself. This is from an article in the New York Post. It's really interesting about how federal judge Amy Coney Barrett needs to be the choice. Ginsburg believed fervently that conventional expectations shouldn't hinder women as they seek their full fair share of public life, nor was she shy about her Jewish faith how her Jewish faith shaped her judicial mind. In an essay for the American Jewish Committee published in 1993, she wrote, quote, "Laws are protectors of the oppressed, the poor, the loner. It's evident in the work of my Jewish predecessors. The biblical command, quote, justice shalt thou pursue, unquote, is a strand that ties them together." By those criteria, Barrett would make a most worthy successor to RBG. In nominating the 48-year-old Louisianian, the president would present the nation with an inspiring vision of what it means to be an American woman in 2020, one that could by turns surprise and captivate the suburban women Trump is keen to court, while also delivering on the GOP base. Everybody in this article has talked about her qualifications. Rare combination of hyper intelligence and humility. is a matter of bipartisan consensus. But here's the one interesting part about that. Ginsburg talked about her Jewish faith, talked about the biblical command, justice, justice shalt thou pursue. What's Democrats going to use against Amy Coney Barrett? Her faith, her Christian faith, her outspoken Christian faith. To these achievements, Barrett marries a vibrant Christian faith. She's recognized as an expert on how judges are supposed to interpret statutes. A crucial role is demonstrated by Neil Gorsuch. His bizarre recent reading of gender identity into a civil rights statute enacted in the 60s. She has also thought deeply about the relationship between the branches of government, a gnarly and seriously important area of law. For the evangelicals and Catholics the president needs to turn out in November, her pro-life bona fides are on display not just in her activities and statements, but also in her own family. She's the mother of 7, including 1 biological child with intellectual disabilities and 2 adopted from Haiti. This is an article in the New York Post about why Amy Coney Barrett is hands down the best pick. But to that end right there is where they will go against her Christian faith, and their belief that she is the one individual that will overturn Roe v. Wade. Even though she has said that Roe v. Wade precedent has been set, her issue is with late-term abortions. And if you look at the majority of Americans in this country and the polling and the numbers and the data, wherever you stand on abortion, one thing is for sure: when it comes to late-term abortions, the majority of Americans want no part of it. It's not what Democrats tell us. But that's going to be the fight. The fight is going to be about her Christian faith, about her values. And that's an interesting battle to have. Do you really want to go there right now? Because Democrats are going to have to find something. They're not going to find the same things that they tried to drum up and imagine and lie about with Justice Kavanaugh. And charges, I mean, do I have to go back over the charges against Judge Kavanaugh, according to the left, which were disgusting, despicable, on display? We all saw it. We all had a chance to witness what was going on. And to that end, we're not going to allow that to happen again. And we're not going to sit back and allow Democrats to tell us how we're supposed to do the Constitution. You do the Constitution the way we tell you, which is when you're this close. Don't you know in the Constitution it says when you're this close to an election, my fingers are thinly spread apart. You can't do this. Said no one ever, except Democrats. All right, even Joe Biden yesterday, underneath his mask. I guess he's always hiding somewhere, right? He's hiding behind a mask or he's hiding in his basement. Anyway, point is this. Joe Biden yesterday, when asked about, Supreme Court justices and, you haven't given a list and what's up with that and speaking out about that. And
let me tell you, I'm not going to answer that question. Because it will shift all the focus. That's what he wants. He never wants to talk about the issue at hand. He always tries to change the subject.
He does? What subject is he trying to change? He's talking about the subject at hand.
Well, let's say I answer that question. Then the whole debate's going to be, well, Biden said or didn't say. Biden said he would or wouldn't. That's going to, the discussion should be about why he is moving in a direction that's totally inconsistent with what the founders wanted. They're designed, the Constitution says the voters get to pick the president who gets to make the pick and the Senate who gets to decide.
That's right. The Constitution says that you get to pick the president and you get to pick the Senate, and the Senate decides. And okay, go on.
We're in the middle of an election right now, Brittany. People are voting now. By the time this Supreme Court hearing would be held, if they hold one, would in fact, it's estimated 30 to 40% of the American people already have voted.
Okay, can I just stop right there? So, can we stop with the early voting nonsense now? I mean, Joe Biden makes an excellent point there. Can I say that? I just did. Joe Biden makes an excellent point. We have like 30 or 40% of individuals out there right now that have already voted early. What do we do now? They didn't know that this was going to come up. Well, then you should have waited. I don't know. Is that too harsh? Maybe you should have waited till we were closer to Election Day, or maybe the day itself. Joe Biden's making the argument for all of us who are sick and tired of saying, you know what, we need to vote about 200 days before the election. How about we vote in January for the election the following November? Why don't we do, how about 365 days? Pick a day. It's about your convenience. I mean, how are you supposed to know what day Election Day is? And how could you possibly make accommodations to show up to vote in person on that day? You didn't know. Yeah. What else did he say?
It is a fundamental breach of constitutional principle.
No, it's not a fundamental of constitutional principles at all. The thing that's fundamentally wrong is that maybe we should vote on Election Day as opposed to voting 7, 14, 21, 28, 35, 42, 49, 56. I mean, it's all numbers of 7. Right? All factors of 7. Wasn't there like a Sesame Street or Electric Company song about that? About the factors of 7? I digress. So Joe Biden right there making the case that, hey, listen, you vote for a president. President gets to pick the Supreme Court choice. You better believe he does. And the Senate advising consent. Okay, that's all constitutional. But all these people that voted already, they didn't know. Well, you should have waited. And even Ruth Bader Ginsburg, are we allowed to use her words in 2016?
The president is elected for 4 years, not 3 years. So the power that he has in year 3 continues into year 4, and maybe some members of the Senate will wake up and appreciate that that's how it should be.
Yeah, that's how it should be. That president, right up until the minute he's out of office, listen, he can pick a Supreme Court justice anytime he wants, and the Senate's going to have to go along and make a decision there. And in 2016, the Senate didn't want to. You know why? Because we were in power. That's the choice we made. And suck it up, Buttercup. Sorry to be so harsh, but yeah, that's just the way it is, and the way it was, and the way it is now. So good for the president. He's going to make a pick Friday or Saturday, and then Senate's going to hopefully confirm that choice, and then we'll have 9 back on the bench so that if there's any kind of constitutional crisis with the Electoral College, we'll have 9 justices instead of 8. Oh, and may I remind you that the first day back for the Supreme Court is Monday, the first Monday in October, and they're going to be talking about Obamacare. Sure be nice to have 9 instead of 8. All right. 239-479-5592. Drew's College of Political Knowledge. By the way, before I get to that, again, Jake, what is going on with this? Why is there a Biden ad in my show? Why is there a Biden ad in my show?
I don't know. I emailed. They don't email back. It's too early. They don't get here till 9.
I mean, I know you don't put it in. I know they do it upstairs, but no, I'm not playing it. I'm not playing the Biden ad. I am not doing it. Why are they putting it on during my show? All right. Sorry. I'm feisty this morning.
We should play it.
No. Drew's College of Political Knowledge. 4 questions on politics. The more you get right, the higher the degree. We'll see if you earn a PhD. Caller number 5, 239-479-5592. Let's play next. Daybreak 92.5, Fox News, right all along with traffic. Here's Sabrina Katz.
The crash on the interstate is now slowing traffic for 6 miles. We are at a crawl heading south of Daniels Parkway all the way towards Corkscrew. You don't want to be stuck in the mess. If you're heading south of Daniels, stick to 41. If you're heading south of Alico, you can hop on Ben Hill or even Three Oaks. Both are up to speed to Corkscrew Road. Also, the crash at Oilwell and Victory Lane in Collier, causing about a 1 mile slowdown on Oilwell heading west to Immokalee Road. You can always use Golden Gate Boulevard or Immokalee Road to avoid the slowdowns. That's your up-to-the-minute traffic. I'm Sabrina Katz. Wink News now.
Wink Weather Authority.
For this morning, a little cooler, a little drier. Upper 60s, lower 70s, mid to upper 80s this afternoon. Mixture of sunshine and clouds, some lower humidity on the first official day of fall. With Wink News, I'm meteorologist Matt Devitt, the Weather Authority.
Wink News at the top and bottom of the hour.
92.5 Fox News, making Southwest Florida great every day. 92.5 92.5 Fox News.
Water is life in Southwest Florida. It drives our economy from tourism to fishing to boating and quality of life. This is Adam Botana from Baywater Exclusive Boat Club, and we talk water for an hour every weekend on Fox News Radio. We feature guests on water quality, water safety, and water fun, including great boating day trips and tips on fishing. Join us this Saturday at 7 a.m. for the Baywater Exclusive Boat Club Hour with Adam Botana on 92.5 Fox News.
And now a game of Commercial Chicken, brought to you by Progressive, where we see how long Flo can go without talking about insurance. Ready? Go.
Oh, hi. Okay, guess we should talk about something. Kind of tough to be put on the spot. Not sure what to say. But I know what I'm definitely not talking about. Drivers who switch to Progressive can save big.
Okay, you win. We can't help but save customers money. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates.
Let's talk buttons. Not the buttons on clothes, the ones that do things. The ones that beg the question, what's that button do? There's just something satisfying about pressing buttons. And now, if you have sleep apnea and can't use CPAP, there's a button you can press that's really satisfying. It lets you go from sleeping like this to this. It's called Inspire, and it's as simple as, you guessed it, clicking a button. Inspire is a sleep apnea treatment that works inside the body with one click of a remote. That's right, a button. Inspire is a small device implanted in a same-day outpatient procedure. Simply click the button on the Inspire remote before you fall asleep. As you sleep, Inspire keeps you breathing normally and sleeping peacefully. No mask, no hose, just sleep. If you're struggling with CPAP, great sleep awaits at inspiresleep.com. That's inspiresleep.com. Inspire, sleep apnea innovation. No mask, no hose, just sleep.
Talk to your doctor to see if Inspire is right for you and review important safety information at inspiresleep.com.
Sometimes in business, the unexpected comes calling. But even in, I'm gonna say it, unprecedented times, don't bounce back. Bounce forward with Comcast Business. Bounce forward fast with internet speeds up to a gig, with the flexibility to update your bandwidth in just a few clicks, and with security solutions that help keep your connected devices protected. Be fast, be flexible, be ready for what's next, and bounce forward. Help your business to bounce forward with this amazing offer. Get a powerful and reliable internet and voice solution from Comcast Business, starting at $35 each a month for 24 months for 2 years when you buy both. Call 1-800-501-6000 or go to comcastbusiness.com today to find out more. Offer ends 10/21/2020. Restrictions apply. Limited to new Comcast Business 35 megabits per second internet and one voice mobility customers. Early termination fee applies. Enrollment in EcoBill and autopay required. Equipment, installation, taxes, and fees extra. Subject to change.
Drew's College of Political Knowledge is presented by France Eye Care. Better vision, better life.
Attention, class. It's time for Drew's College of Political Knowledge.
It's Drew's
All right, Robert is out at Ave Maria. Hello, Robert.
Hi, Drew.
It's funny, I say he's out at Ave Maria, unless, of course, you live in Ave Maria, then it's really not out, it's here. Anyway, long story. All right, Drew's College of Political Knowledge, 4 questions on politics. The more you get right, the higher the degree. We'll see if you earn a PhD or associate's degree question, sir, starts right now. Hey, Robert, I asked this earlier. Can you name our 2 United States senators here in the state of Florida?
Rick Scott and...
It's quite the singing voice you have.
I can't remember the second
That's
one.
Marco Rubio. Marco Rubio is the second one.
Okay.
All right, that's a tough question today. All right. Well, let's see if you get a associate's degree on this question. You know how many United States senators we have, right?
Right.
How many? I mean, across the country. Not in the state, across the... I mean, total 100. That is correct. Okay, good.
Total of 100.
Yeah, that is correct. Not in the state. Sorry, we'd be confused. All right, so we got an associate's. We'll see if we get a bachelor's degree on this question. What do we call the first 10 amendments to the Constitution? That's called?
Bill of Rights.
That is correct. All right, you got a bachelor's. We'll see if we get a master's degree on this question. Remember Bill Clinton was president of the United States. Remember that time?
I try not to.
Yeah, okay. Who was president before Bill Clinton?
George Bush.
That's correct, sir. George H.W. Bush is correct. All right, well, there you go. You came back strong. You got a master's degree today on Drew's College there at Ave Maria. Congratulations, Robert. We appreciate it. And you get to talk to Jake the millennial. He'll explain about your diploma, how you get it, and anything else that he can talk to you about. He's a little, he's a talkie. He's a talker. Talkie.
Please no Biden commercial, okay?
No, I'm not. Thank you. Hold on. Yeah, stand on the line there. I'm not playing the Biden ad. For some reason, a Biden ad's been popping up on my log all day. I'm not doing it. It's not.
This is Daybreak. 92.5 Fox News.
At 1 Hour Air Conditioning and Heating, our comfort specialists can handle any AC repair. Just call 855-1-HOUR or visit onehourair.com.
Always on time or you don't pay a dime.
Independently owned and operated, licensed in their respective state or county.
Jeep Adventure Days going on now at Galliana Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram. Lowest prices ever on over 1,500 new and certified pre-owned vehicles. All new Jeep Gladiator Overland lease, $399 per month. Grand Cherokee Limited or Ram Bighorn Crew Cab, lease for just $299 per month. That's right, loaded luxurious Grand Cherokee Limited or award-winning Ram trucks. Your choice, just $299 per month. Plus at Galliana Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram, you can drive payment-free for 3 months, interest-free for 6 years, and worry-free up to 100,000 miles. And our parts service and body shop are open to serve you. Jeep Adventure Days, featuring Ram Bighorn Crew Cabs and Grand Cherokee Limited for $299 per month at Galliana Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram. 1/2 mile south of Daniels Parkway on US 41 in Fort Myers. Open every day, including Sunday. Call 239-481-2600. GallianaCars.com.
42 monthly, 10,000 miles per year, $32.94 due at signing plus tax title, 0 security deposit, $13.88 per month per thousand borrowed for 72 months, 0% APR with 0 down. Lender approval offers don't combine.
Hey, I love it here in Southwest Florida. This is my second home, and I know why you live here. You've been able to accumulate enough wealth to retire here, but you know what? Many retirement portfolios are exposed to way too much risk. Alfie Townsend and Advantage Retirement Group can help. So give your portfolio the second set of eyes that it needs. Call Alfie at 561-1155. And don't forget, listen for his program, Saving the Investor, at Saturday mornings at 9 right here on 92.5 Fox News Radio.
When you went car shopping, you meant business. You aced vehicle history searches and test drives. Now you've got your wheels. If you manage that, you can get your retirement plan on track. Visiting aceyourretirement.org can help. Brought to you by AARP and the Ad Council.
92.5 WFSX Estero. It's 8 o'clock on Southwest Florida's news and talk station, 92.5 Fox News.
This Wink News update is presented by CFS Roofing. Online at cfsroofing.com.
Now, this is a Wink News update.
I'm Teresa O'Shea with Wink News. A group of parents suing the Lee County School District. They want to stop the mask mandate. They claim the mandate leaves parents with little choice, saying they either have to subject their children to the policy or homeschool them. They claim the policy interferes with a parent's right to choose for medical decisions. We reached out to the Lee County School District for comment, but have not heard back. The governor wants to hold people involved in violent protests accountable. He introduced a bill Monday to create mandatory minimum sentences. Anyone arrested and convicted wouldn't get state benefits or be allowed to run for office. The legislation also targets people who travel from other states to hijack peaceful protests to commit acts of violence, and it takes state funding away from cities that defund their police. Sanibel is taking another step to protect our environment. City's handing out 3,200 biodegradable bags for you to put your yard waste in. It's part of the city's plan to get rid of plastic bags. You can pick them up from the city's public works offices. I'm Teresa O'Shea, Wink News now.
Wink News traffic.
The crash on the interstate is now slowing traffic for 6 miles. We are at a crawl heading south of Daniels Parkway all the way towards Corkscrew. You don't want to be stuck in the mess. If you're heading south of Daniels, stick to 41. If you're heading south of Alico, you can hop on Ben Hill or even Three Oaks. Both are up to speed to Corkscrew Road. Also, the crash at Oilwell and Victory Lane in Collier, causing about a 1 mile slowdown on Oilwell heading west to Immokalee Road. You can always use Golden Gate Boulevard or Immokalee Road to avoid the slowdowns. That's your up to the minute traffic. I'm Sabrina Katz. Wink News now.
Wink Weather Authority.
What a way to welcome the first day of fall. At least south of Florida style, we'll take it. Slightly cooler, slightly drier, especially during the mornings today and tomorrow, with upper 60s and lower 70s, mid to upper 80s by the afternoons. Rain chances kept low. Can't rule out a stray shower, but most of us are dry. Mixture of sunshine and clouds, breezy in the short term, then better rain chances, greater humidity. That's back in the forecast by late this week and all the way into the weekend. Scattered showers and storms with temps in the upper 80s to near 90. With Wink News, I'm meteorologist Matt Devitt, Weather Authority.
Wink News at the top and bottom of the hour.
Plug into the power. 92.5 Fox News. Thrust all along.
Hey, it's Drew Steele, and we told you this hurricane season was going to be busy. Now is the time to get with my friends at Generator Supercenter, the #1 Generac automatic standby generator dealer in the nation. Listen, I've had my Generac generator for years, and maintaining power in tropical weather is priceless. Get a free estimate on your Generac automatic standby generator today. Expert installation and 24-hour monitoring. Generator Supercenter will never leave you in the dark. Call them 204-3469. That's 204-3469 for Generator Supercenter.
The team at Best Home Services understands that this is a time of much uncertainty and much unknown. With this uncertainty comes feelings of fear and panic. Please know that we are here for you today, tomorrow, and into the future as we move forward together, safely and comfortably. We are all in this together, and as stewards of our community, we promise to continue to provide you the services needed to keep you and your family safe. You are not alone. Best Home Services, our family protecting your family.
Pool need a checkup? Call the doctor, the Pool Doctor.
Hi, Dr. Mark here. LED color-changing pool lights can create an after-dark backyard oasis. Pick your color or select one of the light shows. You can see how dramatic it really is on our website. We're a family company, and for over 40 years, we've been doing business right.
The prescription is the Pool Doctor for award-winning pool service, repairs, and unheard of $39 diagnostic calls. That's mypooldoctor.com or 239-574-1133. State certified CPC 057088.
At Fisher Investments, we do things differently, and other money managers don't understand why.
Because our way works great for us.
But it may not work for your clients. That's why Fisher Investments is a fiduciary, obligated to put clients first. It's the highest standard for a financial advisor.
So, what do you provide? Cookie-cutter portfolios like the rest of us?
No cookie-cutter portfolios here. Fisher Investments tailors portfolios to meet each client's goals and needs.
But you do sell investments that earn you high commissions, right? And make commissions when you make trades for your clients?
No, Fisher Investments doesn't sell any commission investment products, and we never earn commissions on trades.
So what's in it for you?
Fisher Investments fees are structured so we do better when our clients do better. When it comes to helping clients achieve a comfortable retirement, we're clearly different. Visit FisherInvestments.com to find out why investors like you switch to us. Fisher Investments, clearly different money management.
Investments in securities involve the risk of loss.
From 92.5 Fox News.
It's the stuff Southwest Florida is talking about.
It's Daybreak. Now, here's the guy at the epicenter of what's important to those of us who live in Southwest Florida. Drew Steele.
Well, good morning, Southwest Florida. Glad you're here. 239-479-5592 is the talk and text line. Streaming live on YouTube anytime you want to watch at Drew Steele Radio. Steele with 3 E's. That would be Steele, just in case you're wondering. All right, I'm going to say this. First of all, I am always happy, glad, joy-filled to have our good friend Jenna Ellis on with us, of course, attorney to the president and constitutional law attorney. She knows a thing or two about the Constitution, everybody. So, Jenna, first of all, good morning. It's been a little while, but I'm so happy to have you here.
Well, I anticipate in the coming weeks we're going to be talking more. So.
Yeah, I would think so. All right. The second thing is I'm a little feisty this morning, so I just want you to be ready for that. I'm feisty, not angry. I don't do that. I'm not angry or anything. I'm just feisty. So just be ready for feisty Drew. Are you ready?
Okay.
Okay. No, this is a good thing. Trust me. This is not a bad thing. Okay.
All right.
So as if 2020 wasn't 2020 enough, now we have, of course, the choice for a Supreme Court, and we've got Democrats who are absolutely melting down. Oh, we're going to play some audio of Don the Lemon for those that didn't hear it with Fredo last night, and it was just absolutely embarrassing. We'll get to that in a second, and I want you to comment on it. But let me get to this. So we had a lot of people now, Democrats, that are saying things like Merrick Garland, Merrick Garland, Merrick Garland, Barack Obama, 2016, Merrick Garland. It was too close to the election. You had the Republicans there in the Senate that were saying we're not even going to vote on it. We decided to make that decision. And now all of a sudden you're changing your mind. You got Donald Trump who's making a choice in 2020. And now you have Mitch McConnell who's saying we're going to actually advise consent. We're going to vote. I was going to just say this, Jenna, and then you tell me where I'm wrong. Tough toenails, tough noogies, tough whatever. I'm just going to say it, Jenna. In 2016, Barack Obama made a choice. The duly elected senators there, who just happened to be in the majority by the vote of the American people there in the Senate, Mitch McConnell said, we're just not going to take this on right now. Why couldn't we just say that and just say, look, this is, we were voted into office. Here we are. And now we want to do it. And this is the politics of the day. Seems like Democrats would play those games. Is it a bad thing? Am I a bad person to think that we would do that? All right, so
no, and I'll simplify it even further. The Constitution provides that a president nominates when there's a vacancy on the court, on the federal court. That includes the U.S. Supreme Court, and the Senate is obligated to provide advice, and it can provide consent or not. And the advice in 2016 from the Senate after President Obama made his nomination was, we don't consent. No, we're going to keep it open.
Yeah.
Right now in 2020, completely different situation, a different nomination. They'll provide their advice, and probably it looks like their consent. So this is the constitutional process. And do politics get involved? Absolutely. That's why we, the people, get our vote. And that's why we put people in office who will then be obligated to fulfill the duties of their office. But the difference here, and I want to make this very clear because I'm seeing a lot of this too, Drew, of the, Republicans are hypocritical and this is ridiculous and, all the kind of stuff that you just said. Well, so this is not hypocrisy. This is actually working within the system as the system is designed. Where Republicans and conservatives get so frustrated with Democrats is when they use the system in ways that it's not designed for. They go outside the margins of the Constitution, or they manipulate the Constitution and try to pretend that they have power that they don't actually have, like what happened with impeachment, where they used the power of impeachment clearly for something that it was not intended for, and they went well outside the bounds there. So this is not hypocrisy. This is use of the system in a way that it's absolutely and expressly intended for.
Right. Jenna Ellis, constitutional law attorney, let me ask you this question. Does the president have power for 3 years and 60 some odd days? I mean, or does the president have the full power of the presidency throughout his term? Maybe it's a crazy question, but it almost seems as some believe it's the opposite.
Yeah. His first term, by the way, because we're going to reelect him, especially there in Florida. Your vote matters there, and of course, mine in Colorado, all across the country. We are seeing, just huge momentum. So President Trump, I'm very confident will get a second term, but his first term doesn't end until January 20th, 2021 at noon. And there's actually precedent for this as well, that other prior presidents, when we didn't have such a controversial system that tried to manipulate the Constitution and tried to sell a false bill to the American people. This is something that it's not even unprecedented that judges are appointed during that period of time between the election and then the end of the first term. So no, absolutely not. It goes from January 20th to January 20th of those 4 years.
Right. Jenna Ellis, let me ask you this question. As a Christian, I am concerned that when we hear names like Amy Coney Barrett, as someone that the president met with on Monday, someone that we have heard about in the past, someone who has been vetted in many ways, I'm starting to hear things like the concerns about her faith on the left. I don't like that kind of talk because it seems interesting that Ruth Bader Ginsburg was more than happy to let people know about her faith in the 90s. She was more than happy to communicate with individuals to say, hey, just want to let everybody know that when it comes to my history and the things that I hold dear, that when it comes to my faith, she talked about the biblical command, justice shalt thou pursue, a strand that ties together the laws and protectors of the oppressed, the poor, the lone are evident in the work of her Jewish predecessors. She brought that up. Nobody said a word about that. As a matter of fact, that was a very important aspect to her life and who she was. Unless you're a Christian, Jenna, then all of a sudden things are different.
Well, and I think we're in such a different political climate, unfortunately, from, 1993 until now. And, when you look at even justices like Justice Scalia, of course, whose faith was very central to who he was, those kinds of religious tests that are actually expressly forbidden by the Constitution for any person contemplating a federal office. What the Constitution means by that is that, of course, it's not that you have to be a secular person in nature, that you don't have a faith, that it doesn't inform you and your life. What the Constitution provides is that you cannot be disqualified or tested on that basis as if that is going to be in conflict with your role and responsibilities for the government. And so, hopefully for every Christian, our faith does inform our life and our understanding of the world and who we are. And so the question isn't whether we have a faith, and the question isn't even how our faith informs us. The question is, how are we going to perform our job? That's it. How do this nominee that President Trump is going to select this week, that person, are they qualified to do the job? What's their view on interpreting the Constitution? All of those questions are what's relevant. But of course, the left is going to try to make this about everything else because they don't want a justice that's going to interpret the Constitution properly and in an originalist, textualist mode. They don't want that. They want to completely destroy the system. And you're talking about Don Lemon and bringing in that clip, by the way. That was shocking to me that the leftists are actually saying now, we want to destroy the system. They're not just about manipulating it and making it a fluid, quote unquote, document anymore. They are actually saying because the safeguards built into the Constitution have frustrated their purposes, they are now ready to, in Don Lemon's word, blow up the entire system. Yeah. And I just wrote a piece, by the way, that everyone should read for Constitution Day, which was last week, and it's in Newsweek, called Save Our American System. And I actually went through this talking about what our system was designed for and why the leftists and the Marxist communists and everything that the progressive left is doing right now, they want to destroy our American system. And Don Lemon and others who are coming out strongly and openly on the left are making no secret about it.
Yeah. By the way, here's the clip she's talking about from last night, Don Lemon and Fredo together on CNN. Because, they're strict news reporters. That's all they're doing is reporting the news. There's no opinion in here whatsoever. And here you go with that conversation.
No matter what happens, everybody sticks
We're
with their
going to have to blow up the entire system. And you know what we're going to have to do?
No, I don't know.
You know what we're going to? Yes,
Yeah.
what you have to do?
You just got to vote.
Honestly, from what your closing argument is, you're going to have to get rid of the Electoral College. Because the people...
I don't see it.
Because the minority in this country decides who the judges are and they decide who the president is.
But you need a constitutional amendment to do that.
And if Joe Biden wins, Democrats can sack the courts and they can do that amendment and they can get it passed.
Well, you need two-thirds vote in the Congress and 3/4 of the state legislatures.
They may be able to do that.
Maybe.
There it is.
That's horrific.
Yeah.
And it's sad, Drew, when it's Cuomo that's like, I don't know about that. Like that's a little too edgy for
right.
Cuomo. And when you're sitting there going, wait a second, you're getting too edgy for Cuomo, then that should tell everybody. exactly what they need to know about Don Lemon.
Yeah. Jenna Ellis joining us on Daybreak 92.5 Fox News, constitutional law attorney, senior legal advisor to the president. And as such, let me ask you this question, and if you can comment on this and where we could go and how we could defend against this. I have to tell you, Jenna, I'm concerned about November 3rd. I'm worried when I see states like Pennsylvania and other states that are saying, hey, listen, we're going to wait days, weeks after the election to make sure that mail-in votes are counted, these postmarks, or how are you going to do all of this? But yet still, after the fact, we're going to have to wait. The concerns that I have about what some have said. I had Michael Anton on this show. He had that article out, The Coming Coup, that he had in the American Mind, and he talked about this concern about how there are individuals getting together where there is look, it's not a conspiracy if it's out in the open and people hear about what they're planning on doing, whether it's the issues of mail-in ballots, whether it's the issues of people feeling like they're disenfranchised, and constantly saying that and saying it and pounding it into people's minds so that when the election doesn't go their way on November 3rd, that they take to the streets and it's going to be ugly. And I'm really concerned about that. If there is going to be some kind of issue with that, if there's going to be, for example, weeks after the fact where we have it's clearly the president's, he wins the election, but there are those that are going to continue to lawyer up. What can the president do? I mean, what can we do? And have you talked to him, and have you examined the safeguards, the things that we could possibly do to make sure that this doesn't get out of control?
Yeah, well, it's interesting how all of this is converging, at once, because election integrity, of course, matters. And, we have on the campaign side the Lawyers for Trump Coalition. Of course, we have the election integrity operations. We have filed a number of lawsuits that, you and I have even talked about on this program. Everyone can go to protectthevote.com to see where we're fighting. And all of those things are, of course, very concerning because, when you have states that are saying that they want to allow up to a week or more after the election date to count ballots and have, that margin of basically saying, well, let's see who won and then let's see, what votes come in after the fact. I mean, that type of flexibility and looseness with Election Day is very concerning in terms of election integrity. And what's also concerning and why it's so incredibly important to fill the Supreme Court seat is to make sure that if we have controversies, if we have questions from a constitutional standpoint on election integrity, that we have a full Supreme Court to hear those. And so, we all remember Gore, and we remember, that constitutional challenge, and that was heard by a full court, and we needed that, and that's part of our American system. And so, this is absolutely necessary, and these are issues that are very concerning, again, to our system. This is how our system works, and it's not, and it should not be about partisan politics. Of course, the politicking comes into play when, people are looking for reasons to do or not do certain things. But this is how our system works. This is what it was designed for. And this is why not only filling the seat is incredibly important, but also making sure that we have a full Supreme Court to be able to hear any of these lawsuits or challenges that may arise depending on how these situations go. And remember, if the Democrats weren't trying to change the election law, just months before the election, we wouldn't have these types of challenges that are arising, that are novel, that are having to move through the legal system. If the Democrats weren't trying to remove election integrity safeguards, and I think it's really interesting now how we're in this situation with this open Supreme Court vacancy, and now there's even more of a constitutional reason to make sure that seat is filled just because of what the Democrats are trying to do with the election.
Yeah.
So, this is where the brilliance of the Constitution, our separation of powers, that's why all this matters.
Yeah. You brought up Bush v. Gore. You realize we're in Florida. It's an open wound, hanging chads. You know what that does to us, Jenna. It brings well, not really. A lot of people don't even want to even think about that. But anyway, we don't want to think about it. And can you imagine having? And by the way, aren't we back the first Monday in October? We're going to be back with 8 justices. Is that right? And then we have pretty big cases coming up, right? I think Obamacare cases.
Right. And, and that's not unprecedented. I mean, of course, we had an 8-member court, for a while with Justice Scalia's absence. I mean, we had at other times in our history. So, but that's also why, it's for some of those cases that were heard during that time that ended up in a 4-4 split. That's why then later other similarly situated cases end up going back in front of the Supreme Court. So, so that itself is not unprecedented, and that just is what it is with the timing. But that is why, specifically for the election and some of these things that are very timely, just to make sure that we have that type of continuity and make sure that, and it's not just about the presidential election, it's all the way down ticket. I mean, if you look at, the districts and some of the other races, if you look at the composition of the House and the Senate, I mean, these are things that are going to be important, and they're timely and things that, really can't wait for an opinion and really can't stay in what could very well be a 4-4 split.
Right. All right, Jenna Ellis, you are the best. I always appreciate a few minutes. I know you're busy. Thank you. And we will do this again soon, I am sure. All right. We'll speak soon.
All right. Thanks so much.
All right. See ya. There she goes. Jenna Ellis joining us on Daybreak 92.5 Fox News. Yeah, a lot there. All right. It's Daybreak 92.5 Fox News. Streaming live on YouTube anytime you want to watch at Drew Steele, Radio Steele with 3 E's, E at the end, Steele. Please subscribe. We do appreciate it. And we appreciate Sabrina Katz. She's got your traffic.
Unfortunately, traffic is still backed up on I-75 from the crash near Corkscrew heading southbound. Still seeing about a 6-mile delay, guys. So if you're heading south of Daniels, stick to 41. If you're heading south of Alico, you can hop on 41, Three Oaks, or even Ben Hill. All are up to speed heading south to Corkscrew Road. Good news, though, on the interstate, we are up to speed south of Corkscrew down towards Collier County. Unfortunately, there is a crash at Oil Well in Victory Lane that's still causing that congestion on Oil Well between Everglades and Immokalee Road. That's your up-to-the-minute traffic. I'm Sabrina Katz. Wink News now.
Wink Weather Authority.
For this morning, a little cooler, a little drier, upper 60s, lower 70s, mid to upper 80s this afternoon, mixture of sunshine and clouds, some lower humidity on the first official day of fall. With Wink News, I'm meteorologist Matt Devitt, the Weather Authority.
Wink News at the top and bottom of the hour.
There's the left way, and then there's the right way. 92.5 Fox News, the conservative, smart, right voice of Southwest Florida.
Ready for your energy-saving seasonal maintenance? Call Service Experts of Fort Myers, your hometown HVAC pros. And right now, get an AC tune-up for only $39.
Call 866-EXPERTS.
See website for license details.
Hey, it's Drew Steele, and we've got my friend Dave Meister, owner of the Floor Meisters in Naples, on the phone. And Dave, I got to tell you, the selection of floor coverings of Floor Meisters, unbelievable, fantastic. I've seen it myself, and the choices are there. But what we really want to talk about today is this Dreamweaver line of carpets. Talk about it.
I'll tell you what, Drew, this is the hottest thing since 5-buckle overshoes. We're just selling the heck out of it. Comes in 9 different patterns, 12 colors to a pattern. It has 8 warranties, and it even includes steps. The stain warranty will take care of wine, mud, and even pet accidents. So this is perfect for Jake.
Yeah, perfect for Jake, and perfect for me, and perfect for you, too. If you haven't been to the Floor Meisters, really owe it to yourself to visit their store, see their selection of Dreamweaver carpets. It's there at 6281 Naples Boulevard, next to Costco. And whether it's carpet, tile, laminate, or hardwood flooring, they have it all. So give them a call today at 239-596-4964 or on the web at floormeisters.com.
Sorrent Fest is big at Mel's Diner.
We're bringing back good times and great food.
Mel's Spectacular Shrimp Fest is here with new summer dining dishes. Everything from shrimp tacos and sandwiches to summer Shrimp Fest dinners. How about a shrimp and bacon grilled cheese sandwich with fries and coleslaw? $10.99. Shrimp quesadilla and salad combo with scallions and grilled shrimp over Mel's fresh greens, or 3 soft shell shrimp tacos with rice and beans. Your choice, $12.99. Your taste buds will explode with Boom Boom Shrimp, $6.99. And for dinner, shrimp fajitas, teriyaki shrimp and steak, Cajun shrimp, blackened shrimp, and more starting at $10.99. You always get the real deal at Mel's Diner. Open 8 a.m. to 9 p.m. every day with takeout, delivery, and thoughtful indoor dining. The Spectacular Shrimp Fest is happening now at family-owned, locally famous, and Florida's favorite for decades, Mel's Diner.
Let's talk buttons. Not the buttons on clothes, the ones that do things. The ones that beg the question, what's that button do? There's just something satisfying about pressing buttons. And now, if you have sleep apnea and can't use CPAP, there's a button you can press that's really satisfying. It lets you go from sleeping like this to this. It's called Inspire, and it's as simple as, you guessed it, clicking a button. Inspire is a sleep apnea treatment that works inside the body with one click of a remote. That's right, a button. Inspire is a small device implanted in a same-day outpatient procedure. Simply click the button on the Inspire remote before you fall asleep. As you sleep, Inspire keeps you breathing normally and sleeping peacefully. No mask, no hose, just sleep. If you're struggling with CPAP, great sleep awaits at inspiresleep.com. That's inspiresleep.com. Inspire, sleep apnea innovation. No mask, no hose, just sleep.
Talk to your doctor to see if Inspire is right for you and review important safety information at inspiresleep.com.
Slider man, slider man. We make your patio door slide like new, slide like new. Slider man. This is our mission to put your sliding glass door back in the top condition. Slider man. We make your patio door slide like new, slide like new. Slider man.
Call Slider Man toll free, 866-594-1969.
At 1 Hour Air Conditioning and Heating, our comfort specialists can handle any AC repair. Just call 855-1-HOUR or visit onehourair.com.
Always on time or you don't pay time.
Independently owned and operated, licensed in their respective state or county.
Home is truly where the heart is. To protect it, you need top-quality roofing installed by experts. That's why we chose CFS Roofing Services. Owner David Crowther has nearly 4 decades of experience. Now my home's weather-tight and beautifully resilient.
CFS Roofing Services, where your home matters most. Visit cfsroofing.com or call 239-561-2600. I'm David Crowther, and I approve this message.
Fox News, I'm Chris Foster. With more Republican senators announcing they're on board, President Trump appears to have the votes to confirm his nominee to replace Justice Ruth Bader Ginsburg on the Supreme Court. He says at a rally in Ohio,
"You know, when you become president, they say this is the single most important thing a president does is pick Supreme Court. And by the way, by the end of the first term, we will have 300 federal judges."
He says again his nominee will be a woman, to be announced late this week. The United Nations General Assembly starts today, but not in person.
As the UN marks its 75th anniversary, the coronavirus outbreak means the event is being held virtually for the first time. President Trump is among those due to speak today. He says he'll have a strong message for China. The leaders of China and Russia, Xi Jinping and Vladimir Putin, are also expected to address the meeting.
Fox's Simon Owen. America's listening to Fox News.
This Wink News update is presented by Stevie Tomato Sports Page in Fort Myers, Cape Coral, and Naples.
Now, this is a Wink News update.
I'm Therese O'Shea with Wink News. The Robert E. Lee bust is gone from downtown Fort Myers. City Council voted to put it either in a museum or keep it down altogether. City leaders will now meet with a museum to work on an agreement. A Lehigh Acres man is accused of helping ISIS. The FBI says 23-year-old Jonathan Guerrero Blanco made videos for ISIS. They say some footage in his videos included the Biltmore Hotel in Miami and buildings on the Las Vegas Strip. Dozens of families in Cape Coral are still under a boil water advisory after spending hours hours without water. We told you this on Friday. 2 big water main breaks shut off the water. We saw water shooting up from the ground along Aviation Parkway near Santa Barbara Boulevard. Crews were able to fix the breaks, but you should still boil your water to be safe. I'm Therese O'Shea, Wink News now.
Wink News traffic.
Unfortunately, traffic is still backed up on I-75 from the crash near Corkscrew heading southbound. Still seeing about a 6-mile delay, guys. So if you're heading south of Daniels, stick to 41. If you're heading south of Alico, you can hop on 41, Three Oaks, or even Ben Hill. All are up to speed heading south to Corkscrew Road. Good news, though, on the interstate, we are up to speed south of Corkscrew down towards Collier County. As unfortunately, there is a crash at Oil Well in Victory Lane that's still causing that congestion on Oil Well between Everglades and Immokalee Road. That's your up-to-the-minute traffic. I'm Sabrina Katz. Wink News now.
Wink Weather Authority.
What a way to welcome the first day of fall, at least south of Florida style. We'll take it. Slightly cooler, slightly drier, especially during the mornings today and tomorrow, with upper 60s and lower 70s, mid to upper 80s by the afternoons. Rain chances kept low. Can't rely on a stray shower, but most of us are dry. Mixture of sunshine and clouds, breezy in the short term, then better rain chances, greater humidity. That's back in the forecast by late this week and all the way into the weekend. Scattered showers and storms with temps in the upper 80s to near 90. With Wink News, I'm meteorologist Matt Devitt, Weather Authority.
Wink News at the top and bottom of the hour.
Drive the lefties at work crazy with the facts. Get up to speed mornings with Drew Steele. 92.5 Fox News. Right all along.
Hi, it's Big Al from Stevie Tomato's Sports Page. These are stressful times. There's turmoil all around us, from our personal concerns about health, family, and finances to our feelings about those who trash this great country, its traditions, its protectors, and its flag. I want to scream and make my voice heard, but instead I'm part of the silent majority, those who are dependable, caring, fair-minded, fiercely patriotic, and who every day help to make America great. Stevie honors the silent majority every day by serving our award-winning food and beverages. Relieve today's stress during our happy hour with a great meal. Choose full-at-the-bone ribs or the best burgers in town, great pizza and more. Most of all, sit down, relax, eat, and drink with others of the silent majority. Stevie honors this great country, its traditions, and the sacrifices made by all those before us and today. Our servicemen, our policemen, our firemen, and doctors, nurses, homemakers, and all others of the silent majority. God bless you, and God bless America, and most importantly, vote. Stevie Tomatoes, Naples, Fort Myers, and Cape Coral.
Do you suffer with pain, numbness, and tingling in the hands or feet, often diagnosed as peripheral neuropathy? Are you taking drugs such as Lyrica, Neurontin, or gabapentin that never seems to fix your problem? Your doctor may have told you to just live with the pain. There's now hope for those suffering with peripheral neuropathy. Neuropathy is a result of damage to the nerves, often causing weakness, pain, numbness, tingling, and the most debilitating balance problems. This damage is commonly caused by a lack of blood flow to the nerves, which causes them to begin to die off. There's a new treatment method now available at the Neuropathy Relief Clinic in Bonita Springs to provide relief from neuropathy as long as you haven't sustained at least 85% nerve damage. For the next 25 callers, the Neuropathy Relief Clinic is offering a neuropathy severity examination for just $60 to determine if you're a candidate for this breakthrough neuropathy treatment. Call 239-317-7240 to schedule an appointment. That's 239-317-7240. That's 239-317-7240.
You may not know it, but male performance during intimate moments requires proper blood flow, which only gets worse with age. The result? All men experience some level of performance issues over time, from decreased firmness all the way to chronic ED. At Metro Men's Health, our goal is to provide you with the most effective treatment for performance issues. Years ago, we used to use the same technology as other clinics, but didn't settle for one-size-fits-all treatments or outdated wave technology. Should you? We've developed new patent-pending technology called Linear Piezo Energy Protocol, allowing us to create treatment plans specifically to you. We've helped thousands of men achieve consistent, longer-lasting results, and those results can be yours, too. Your condition will only get worse with time. Don't wait. Call Metro Men's Health to schedule your evaluation at 239-599-9900. 239-599-9900. or visit us at metromenshealth.com.
Trust. It's the rock-solid foundation of Moran Wealth Management. Over 40 years ago, they began advising clients on ways to help meet their financial goals. 4 decades later, we've helped many reach their goals of providing for themselves, their families, and future generations. CEO Tom Moran has assembled an impressive team of professionals, each committed to the same core concept. Tom is recognized by Barron's as a Hall of Fame advisor. To be named a Hall of Fame advisor, the advisor has to have been ranked by Barron's consecutively for the last 10 years in any of their rankings. Let us earn your trust. Call 239-920-4440 or visit moranwm.com. Barron's rankings are based on data provided by thousands of advisors. Factors included in the rankings were assets under management, revenue produced for the firm, regulatory record, length of service, quality of practice, and client retention. Investment products and services are offered through Wells Fargo Advisors Financial Network, LLC, WFAFN, member SIPC. Moran Wealth Management is a separate entity from WFAFN.
This is 92.5 Fox News.
Daybreak 92.5 Fox News, 239-479-5592 is the talk and text line, streaming live on YouTube. Anytime you want to watch, we appreciate it. Please subscribe to the channel on YouTube. Go to Drew Steele Radio, Steele, Drew Steele Radio, Steele with 3 E's, and subscribe to the channel. We do appreciate it. Helps to keep us going. Why is a Biden ad showing up on my log? I'm not playing this Biden. I'm just not doing it. I don't know what they're going to say upstairs, but I'm not doing it.
Huh? Well, they haven't emailed me back, and you should play it. Just play it.
No,
like one time.
I'm looking at somebody who texted and said, Drew, play the ad and let's have some fun with it. Pick it apart line by line with his own contradictory words. I don't know what's in it. I got to think about it. But as of right now, I don't want to play it. No thanks. Sorry. Not on my show. Put it on somebody else's. All right. Let's do this right now. Time for the top 5 audio clips of the day. Here we go. It's a 5 at 8:35.
Drew's Top 5 at 8:35 is brought to you by Moran Wealth Management. Isn't it time to review your portfolio options? Go to moranwm.com.
5 at 8:35.
Number 5.
In 2014, the voters elected our majority because we pledged to check and balance a second lame duck president. 2 years later, we kept our word. In 2018, the voters grew that majority on our pledge to continue working with President Trump, most especially on his outstanding judicial appointments. We're going to keep our word once again. We're going to vote on this nomination.
Yeah.
On this floor.
Yeah, there you go. There's Mitch McConnell saying, look, we're going to vote for this nomination on this floor. The president Friday or Saturday is going to nominate a Supreme Court justice, and they are going to vote on the nomination on the floor. And as of right now, it looks as if they've got enough votes. They're saying that they'll be able to confirm this nomination, and good. And may I say something else quickly? And it's this, what I said to Jenna Ellis a little while ago. Barack Obama was president of the United States 200 days before the election. They decided to pick Merrick Garland. The Senate, who was duly elected, said, yeah, no, well, we have the ability to advise and consent, and we consent that we're not taking it up. Or we don't want to consent. We advise that, thanks anyway, but no thanks. Good. That's right. Too bad. So sad. Tough noogies. And whatever else that you said as a Ute.
Number 4.
If the Republicans manage to essentially steal a second Supreme Court seat, the only way that we restore fairness is for Congress to pass an act expanding the court.
Do you say Democrats, if they get back the Senate in this election in November, should then move to expand the Supreme Court?
Are you in favor of trying to expand the numbers of justices on the Supreme Court?
Like the idea of eliminating the filibuster. Should they do that?
As you know, some Democrats are openly threatening to try to pack the Supreme Court with additional justices. Would you agree with that?
Potentially changing the number of justices in the court
changing the filibuster, changing the number of states in the union.
Adding seats to the Supreme Court.
I can't do it. All right, there's a supercut from our friend Tom Elliott Agrabian, who is saying, hey, how about we do this? Forget about 9 justices. Just pack the court. Let's just pack it all up. Pack it in. Pack it up. Pack it. Whatever you can put. It's the Democrat way. You know, if we don't get our way, then we'll do something unconstitutional or something that the people don't want because we stomp our feet and we get what we want no matter what happens. Try it.
Number 3.
No matter what happens, everybody sticks
We're
with
going to
their
have to
team.
blow up the entire system. And you know what we're going to have to do?
No, I don't know about
you know what we're going to? Yes,
Yeah.
what you have to do?
You just got to vote.
Honestly, from what your closing argument is, you're going to have to get rid of the Electoral College. Because the people...
I don't see it.
Because the minority in this country decides who the judges are and they decide who the president is.
But you need a constitutional amendment to do that.
And if Joe Biden wins, Democrats can stack the courts and they can do that amendment and they can get it passed.
Well, you need 2/3
danger.
vote in the Congress and 3/4 of the state legislatures.
They may be able to do that.
Maybe.
There's Don Lemon on CNN along with Fredo, and CNN's Don Lemon saying, you know what, we just got to blow up the whole system. Can I just ask a question? Why is it that every time Democrats want something and they can't have it, why is the only answer to just blow it all up? Every single time. Why is the answer from Democrats, not elections? Look, if you don't like the president of the United States, man, I wish there was a way that we could do something in order to have a process in place. Oh, we do. It's called an election. But for Democrats, it's never enough. We always got to blow it up. We've got to destroy it. Why is it that Democrats always do that? If you're a Democrat, can you call and explain?
Number 2.
Let me show you something. This is a peaceful protest. This is looting. If you loot, the next thing you can try to steal is something off of your food tray at the county jail, because you're going to jail. That's a guarantee. And we're going to enjoy taking you down there.
There's Florida Sheriff Grady Judd, along with the governor, Ron DeSantis, yesterday, talking about the Combating Violence, Disorder, and Looting and Law Enforcement Protection Act. It's a bill that they want to put forward and move to the legislature and talk about this, you know, where if you're looting and rioting, that you get arrested because you're doing something illegal. And, oh, by the way, there's going to be some serious penalties to this. There's Grady Judd saying, hey, listen, let me just show you pictures of the difference. This is what a peaceful protest looks like. Shows them a picture of a peaceful protest. Here's a picture of a riot. Here's looting. Do you see the difference? And if you don't, well, you should. And guess what? You don't have any say in this because looting and rioting is against the law and we get to take you in. How about that?
Number 1.
I pledge allegiance to the United States of America. One nation, indivisible, under God, for real.
There you go. It's Joe Biden messing up the Pledge of Allegiance. I mean, why not throw that in there today?
Drew's 5 at 8:35.
That seems about par for the course. The former vice president, the thingy, and then you got the former vice president who can't remember how to say the Pledge of Allegiance. We do, and that's why each and every Friday leading up to the election, we're going to get together after the show on Friday for a Zoom Pledge of Allegiance. We're going to do it together. And we do it right. And we had a great group of individuals joining us last Friday, and we're going to continue to grow this. If you would like to be part of this Zoom meeting, a Zoom Pledge of Allegiance get-together, it's very simple. How do you do it? You text the letters USA right now to 239-479-5592. Text those letters, and we'll send you a link, a meeting, a Zoom link that will send you to the meeting on Friday. 9 a.m. is when we do it, right after the show. We finish the show, I go to the Zoom link, and together we will do the Pledge of Allegiance. And thank you to everybody who showed up last week. I'm getting texts and emails and encouragement about more people showing up, veterans, lots of veterans who want to join, and I cannot thank you enough. And we're going to do this together. Do it the right way, because clearly even the Democrat nominee for president can't get it right.
I pledge allegiance to the United States of America. One nation, indivisible, under God, for real.
Oh, for real. All right, so we got that going on. Hey, by the way, here's something else that I woke up to that was interesting this morning. You thought that the Robert E. Lee bust in Fort Myers was going to go back up. You thought that when we talked about changing Lee County to Trump County because we've got a cancel culture out there and a voice of very few people that are going to make the difference for everybody in a city and a county and a state. And you thought that was ridiculous. Hey, guess what, everybody? City of Fort Myers is voting to send the Robert E. Lee bus to a museum. In other words, it's not going back up again. After years of contention, the bust of Robert E. Lee will not return to the pedestal downtown Fort Myers. The city council voted in favor of keeping it down for now, while finding a spot for it in a history museum. Not putting it back up. No. We're going to put it in a museum. Gotcha. The statue was removed in May, a week after the death of George Floyd during a police confrontation in Minneapolis. Communities protesting police brutality rallied against Confederate monuments across the nation and their prominence in some cities. Because, you don't have a discussion in this. You don't have the ability to talk about whether or not this is something you want to do. No. You have looters and rioters who come in, who get to tear down the statues, or they get to decide what stays and what goes. And as a matter of fact, if you were to vote to put that bust back up, well, we can't protect it because, those rioters and looters, they're never going to stop until they get what they want. So let's just give them what they want and we won't put it back. Until they realize that the county is named after Robert E. Lee. And then what? Well, they won't go that far. No. That'll never happen. That's not going to happen at all. I mean, come on. Really? You think so? Okay. That's why I brought up Trump County. That's why I said Trump County. We're changing the name to Trump County. We're going to get ahead of the cancel culture. We're going to get ahead of all you people out there who just are going to make the decisions for us and we have no say. But that's just downtown Fort. That's just Fort Myers. It's city land, Drew. Come on. The city owns it and the city made the decision. They voted. Look, elections have consequences. These are the people that decided to vote to not put it back there. Now, I'm told by the news press that there are other options. They could put it in a museum. They can move the bus to Old Lee County Courthouse where the county commissioners meet. You really think that's going to happen? They can not bring it back. That seems to be the option. The other one is for the city to buy an acre of land outside the city to place the bus there, in which case, why would you buy one? You already have a spot right there. Why do you need to buy it? You already have it. No. Move it to Centennial Park next to the statue of a Union soldier. We're not doing that. They're not going to move it to Centennial Park, and they're not going to move it to the Uncommon Friends Fountain, which features Thomas Edison, Henry Ford, and Harvey Firestone. Are we? Or, because I'm just putting this out there. Thomas Edison, Henry Ford, Harvey Firestone. I wonder if they have any kind of history. I wonder if there are things that they did in the... Don't say it, Drew. Don't say it. Don't bring that up. Don't say that they might have a history or things that the people might explore, and then all of a sudden we're going to be tearing... I'm just saying. Because if you're the cancel culture, that's what you get. You get to do what you want. You get to tear down what you want, and that's why the governor said, no. Guess what? You're rioting, you're looting. Yeah, by the way, that's all illegal. And they're going to be very harsh consequences for this. Democrats are beside themselves. They don't like the idea that the governor would have a Combating Violence, Disorder, and Looting and Law Enforcement Protection Act. It's all political. First Amendment. What did Nikki Fried say? Unconstitutional, authoritarian, serves as a distraction from the serious issues. Really, unconstitutional. What's unconstitutional? Well, it's a First Amendment right for them to peacefully assemble. Do you understand the difference? That's why Grady Judd was showing a difference between peaceful protests and rioting and looting. There's a difference. They know it and you know it. So let's put it to the test. Let's put it in the legislature and let's have Democrats on the record say, yeah, I'm not for law and order. No, thanks. Let's let them scream about First Amendment rights and then say to them, do you understand the difference? And have them on record to show us what the difference is. So there you go. So we'll see what happens. And again, people are like, city of Fort Myers, whatever. It's not my town. Nothing to see here. Let's remember that the governor was talking yesterday about the fact that one of the other things that they're going to push forward with this bill that they would like to move and in the legislature is about the fact that there are going to be consequences for those who might have a bullhorn and stand outside in areas and scream at you while you're trying to dine at your favorite restaurant, let's say in the fall when the weather starts to cool down, in the wintertime when it starts to cool down in Southwest Florida and you want to be outside and enjoy that dinner on, Fifth Avenue in Naples. I'm just saying, don't say that it won't come to a city near you, because when you're dealing with people who are willing to loot and riot and destroy and scream in your face and have bullhorns and do all of these things to get what they want, why do you suppose they're going to leave you out? Especially if you're the ones that they feel are the biggest problem. All these people with money. Dining in these nice restaurants with their fancy cars and pinkies up while they're drinking coffee. No. I mean, I hope that's not the case. I pray that's not the case. I pray that does not happen in Southwest Florida to the degree that is happening in other cities. But don't say it will never happen. And don't say it's only happening in Fort Myers. Okay. All right, Jake is waving me off. Do you really want to do this? You want me to play this? You think I should play this Biden ad?
Well, you're running out of time. So
239-479-55. I'll let you decide. 239-479-5592. Right now, I'm looking at the text line. Yes or no? Do I play this Biden ad right now or not? It's been on the log a couple of times this morning. I said, no, I'm not going to do it. So let's see. Text me, yes or no. Do I play this right now? We've got another 30 seconds before I've got to do this. All right. Yes, yes. Yes, no. Yes. Yes.
I think
no, I just ate breakfast. I want to keep it down. That's not nice. No. Well, that's a lot of exclamation points. Yes, yes. All right. I'll tell you what. It's on the log. I'll play it. All right. Jake, you ready? Are you ready?
Yeah, I'm ready.
All right. I'm staying out of this, Jake.
You mean to press the button?
Play it.
Press the button.
In a world filled with chaos,
you just had to make it to 2021!
There's only one man who can bring back the sanity.
All men and women created by you know the thing.
Joe Biden. He's middle class, just like you.
I know I'm called middle class, Joe. It's not meant as a compliment. Means I'm not sophisticated.
He's an economics whiz kid.
Out of $1.6 trillion worth, $1.4 billion, $1.4 billion. It's hard to even say it. It's so much.
Who else can say this and get away with it?
If you have a problem figuring out whether you're for me or Trump, and you ain't black.
That man is Joe Biden.
Come on, man.
Come on, man. Vote Joe Biden.
You know the thing.
You know the thing.
Okay.
That guy sounded familiar.
He seems to know the thing. It's Daybreak 92.5 Fox News. Right all along.
92.5 Fox News. Tougher than plastic, harder than wood. Nothing beats the power of steel. True Steel. Weekday mornings at 6 on 92.5 Fox News.